And we're live.
Good evening.
Oh, we totally did.
Oh no!
Technical do it. Oh, hold on.
Are we live with super?
Oh my God, I'm trying to plug in.
Hi everyone. How are you doing today? Welcome to our very professional stream of Endeavors in Eberron, where we endeavor to Eberron.
We'll
get there as hard as we can.
Endeavor to disappoint.
We'll get there.
We'll get there eventually.
We'll get there. I heroically decided to volunteer for the job of doing announcements because today is a very difficult announcements day. And the announcements are that there are no announcements. So take that as you will.
Fucking Christ.
Anyways, that was, everything was fully set up when we started.
Truly was.
Blacked out, what?
Wow. Well.
Who are you?
Actually, we have a sponsor.
We do.
Amateur.
I neglected to say that because that's not part of the announcements, because the announcements are that there are no announcements.
Sponsor, though, is Charisma 20 Body Care, where you can get your class-themed soap, spell-themed bath bombs, and all sorts of other fun, nerdy body care products. Check us out at charisma20.com and use code INOUREBERRON to get 15% off.
Thank you, Savage.
Announcement is that
for
the cafeteria is serving fish sticks on Friday.
It's not Friday.
That's
Why would you get my hopes up for today?
They're serving on Friday. You have a whole week to get through. Thursday's chicken nugget day.
So, with there being no announcements, I guess we'll just kind of jump right in. Last week, our group went on a nice little jaunt and made it to the lovely dwarven town of Mournstead, where they hung out for a bit, checked out the Stone Shepherd Inn, and then reached out to an old friend who they had dealt with in Hope, Marduk, who got them what's the word I'm looking for? Audience with the council. They pled their case that they shouldn't help out the king. They were told they couldn't really not help, but they could kind of work something to at least maybe alleviate some of the pressure on Hope and maybe start to form some good relations between them and Kundrak. And then after a very revealing interrogation from Maul, they agreed to begin investigating the first minister of New Throne, Calvar Flint. That's kind of where we left off as the group had left the meeting and was heading back to the Stone Shepherd to get some rest or other stuff. And that's where we'll pick up now.
Or other things.
Are we in the inn? Make it back safely.
You made it back safely. I'll say you're approaching the door of the inn.
Okay. So
This is way too early for me to get into this.
let's go to the room.
Well, we can go to my room. It's fancy and big.
I was gonna say Gideon's room.
I go up to the bar and I get 3 bottles of the strongest, whatever there is.
Are you looking for like ale or like spirits?
Spirits.
Jet fuel if you have.
That's a lot of alcohol for 5 people.
Yeah.
Okay.
This one's filled with the angry.
That's gonna be 7 gold.
Yeah, you got it.
I will say that if you do make a large mess, you will be charged cleaning.
Well, that's okay.
All right.
Yeah. Well, we're not gonna make a mess. We'll clean. We'll clean.
Pull 3 dark bottles.
Slap 7 gold on the table. Bring them up.
Thank you. Okay.
Struggling.
I'm gonna reach over her and just grab one of them and be opening it as I'm headed up the stairs.
When you pop it open, you're like, whew. Like you can smell it.
Deep breath, inhale.
To you. Would you prefer we call you Maul or Istvan, or does it not matter?
It doesn't matter. They're both true.
Okay.
I'm assuming you go by Maul for Let's get to the room.
Okay. You make it to Gideon's room. Bed's been made. It's, back to being very nice.
Just as I left it, pristine and perfect.
New flowers in the vase.
Oh.
The chair has been put back into this room.
Well, I didn't do that. But feel free to move it again, because clearly it will find its way back. Well, everybody pull up a seat, get comfortable. I think we all need to talk a little.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
As Gideon says, get comfortable. It's like there's almost a magic word to it, and the fireplace just kind of goes and just goes to a light
I
flame.
meant to do that. That was completely on purpose.
Clearly.
Hey, Maul.
Yeah.
How exactly do you know Flint?
Yes, I think we'd all like to know.
There's only 2 times I've met him in person. You were all there for the second one. The first one is when we got caught trying to kill him.
Who's we?
What was left of the people who still wanted revenge after the Navy was betrayed.
I think there's a lot of filler story here that
Oh, yes. Do you want all of it?
I mean...
A great deal of it, honestly. I'm interested. How did he not know who you were the second time around? Did he not know you? I don't remember. He didn't kill you.
Well, he did, technically.
Okay, yes, we do need this story.
Flint's responsible for the first death. I was in the Navy before I was a pirate. Proud to be the Regal New Throne Navy before the current king. I joined as soon as I could because it was in my family. So did my friend. We did the best we could to get where we wanted. What we both wanted was to be under Lord Admiral Tiberius Hector. Hector Tiberius, sorry. And we got there. We did it. We worked our fucking asses off. And he selected a whole bunch of people, my friend and I included, for his Royal Pirate Hunters. We hunted pirates, and we were fucking good at it. We were too good at it. Some of the pirates, most of them worked for the crime lords that eventually took New Throne.
Including Mr. Flint.
Flint's part of it. There were 8 of them. They called themselves Fate's Wheel.
Interesting.
They paid off the king and the overall ruling members of the Navy. I don't know, I was just there to be a sailor. And they sent us to a specific location saying, hey, this is where the bad of the bad pirates are, and you can ambush them here.
But you were set up.
Oh, yeah. I've never seen so many ships. I've never seen so many ships sink.
I'm so sorry that happened to you.
The Lord Admiral's ship was splinters in seconds. The ship I was on The ship I took and became the first mate of was the only one that got out. That's when I lost my eye. And most of the people I knew. And we limped back while they shredded the rest of the ships.
Is that when you lost your friend?
No, he lived. We both lived. Him, my mentor, one who taught me how to fight, and a few others. When we got back, a lot of them, not that there were as many, gave up and just went back to normal life. The rest of us decided, well, first we got drunk for about a month.
As you do.
And then we got real lucky. And one of Flint's underlings got drunk too. Said a little too much. Maybe we took some of the words out of him by force as well. And then we got to work. And we killed 3 of them.
3 of the lords?
Fate's Wheel only has 5 members now. Calvar Flint. Sorry. Tavernus Khaldun, and 3 others we never learned the names of. After we went to prison, we obviously lost more people. It was basically just down to me, my friend, and my mentor, and pirates were there in the prison, and a lot of them weren't actually that bad of people, but one in particular convinced us to join her and her crew. And they broke us out of prison with them. We went and stole my ship back. We fixed it up, and we became the eyes of the beholder.
What's the significance of the beholder?
Not much, really. It's just...
Is it still your mission to tear apart the rest of the wheel?
Yes.
I'll help you.
And more. Guess I'm not done yet.
So at the party, when we were told to say the wheel turns,
Yes.
was that like a sick jab at you?
I don't think he knows who I am. I think he thinks he's too high above everyone else to know who I am. And at best, they thought pretty much the entire Navy died. So...
Oh, that's good.
Well...
No. That means he doesn't expect you.
He probably does now.
Hmm.
My name is on a list for the Royal Navy. If there's someone causing issue and they find out it's someone from the Royal Navy, it's death. There's nothing else. They got rid of us for a reason.
You're going after him either way, it's death. Either way. And what's the odds somebody recognizes as one random name on the list?
There's not a lot left.
How long?
Narrows it down pretty small.
How long ago did all this happen?
A few years ago.
So it's still pretty fresh.
Oh, sorry.
I admire your self-control, actually. For when you stood face to face with him, you did not tear him limb from limb. And that's some self-restraint. I'm sure it must have killed you to do it.
Killed me. Yeah.
What do you mean by died?
Our ship got hit a few times. The crew saw me get hit with shrapnel. Through the eye. I was done. They left me on the deck, and I woke up when we were on our way back.
Just like that? Oh, shit.
It seems that fate has other means for you than dying on a deck of a ship.
Yeah, for me to get killed over and over again.
How often does this
Lose
happen?
everything. We got our ship back. We were pirates. We tried not to just kill everyone. We robbed from the rich vessels we could and left other people alone. And I didn't hate it. I was fine. I was happy again. We were on the sea. We were technically sticking it to the wheel still. But most of the crew decided it wasn't enough. We weren't making enough money. We weren't brutalizing the rich as much as we could be. My friend mutinied with most of the crew. And the captain's sister shot me in the back during the last fight after someone set off a bomb. You've seen my back. It's a shrapnel.
It's a tapestry.
So that's death too. I fell overboard. I have no idea who of my friends are still alive. Most likely none of them. My pirate nickname is Maul. My friend's Butcher.
I'm sorry.
This is a lot to take in.
It's a lot to live through.
It is.
Oh. I can see through this, by the way.
That explains your fantastic depth
It
perception.
was a gift from my second captain. Pirate captain. Whew. Did you buy alcohol?
Yeah, a lot.
Cool.
Clunk.
I
The
don't
smell
know.
is quite pungent.
Don't know that I've ever been speechless, really. But I have nothing. So, to silence I drink.
You are the only 4 people who know that story.
Well, your secret is safe with me, and I'm sure it is safe with everyone here.
And me. And if you want help,
We're gonna get that son of a bitch, Maul.
yeah.
I can't stop it, just Flint.
So don't.
I can't. It has to be all 5. It has to be Garen. It has to be the rest of the fucking crew. And I need my fucking ship back.
Then we'll do it.
Have I ever heard about the wheel of fate? Fate wheel?
Fate's wheel.
Thank you.
Fate's Wheel, no. But you heard that history a little bit different. That was something that did get around, and it was played off as an unfortunate accident where some gunpowder went off, and it led to a bunch of ships exploding, and it was just a absolute tragedy.
I didn't know. I wouldn't know any other names.
When he mentions Hector Tiberius, that name sticks out as the commander of the time.
Okay.
And you know that after that, the New Throne Navy really kind of, for the most part, almost completely disbanded. It became a lot more like privatized and much smaller.
Gotcha.
So we'll start with Flint and find out who the other three are. I'm really good at discovering information.
And I can hold him while you hit him. Like a lot.
I'd offer up my gun, but it's kind of broken right now.
Still works as a
Bludgeon.
a beat stick. Do you want to beat Flint with Aster's gun?
No. No, I really want to kill him with my hands.
That's fair.
I can't ask any of you to help me.
You don't need to.
You never asked, and
Where
yet...
I'm going is going to be very dark and bloody.
I feel like most of us kind of already know darkness, Maul.
I don't know where I'm going, but I have a feeling it's not rainbows and sunshine either. You already know most of what I've got going on.
Your friends all stand before you, hands together.
Don't leave us hanging.
Go team!
Thank you.
I didn't
Not
want
the right
alcohol.
time.
Definitely not the right time.
It was the right time.
Well, now I know it's not the right time.
Hope you find it actually was, because Maul chuckled, and he is in desperate need of a laugh here and there, as half-hearted as it may be.
Is 3 bottles gonna be enough?
I don't think so.
It's actually not that late.
Can
We can't get drunk right now. We're supposed to do elemental shit, aren't we?
we can do that in the morning. I'm gonna pull out my pockets. Can someone give me some gold so I can go get alcohol?
How about we all go party downstairs? We have some laughs, we act like we're normal people.
How do you do that?
You get drunk, surrounded by other people getting drunk and pretending they're alone. And that way you're actually together. The math works, trust me.
I usually just turn into other people and then pull a lot of pranks and cause mayhem.
You are good
name
at
an
it.
animal.
What?
Name an animal.
What's your favorite animal ever?
It's probably going to be something that breathes water.
A bear?
A dolphin?
A guppy.
A bear dolphin? A beluga whale?
Dolphin.
A sea cow.
A tiger?
A sea tiger.
An animal that's half sea or below.
An aardvark.
A dog?
I
A cow says moo.
I lived in a city. I don't have a huge
rat.
list of animals for you.
Giant rat.
I don't.
Bird.
One big.
This is the weirdest game of charades we've ever played.
Pigeons? What?
Whales are kind of cool.
Seagull.
What do we do?
Whale?
Why am I naming an animal right now, Balric?
And I turn into a giant rat.
Alright.
Okay, well, maybe we aren't going downstairs, because I don't know that Bulwark's going to be very welcome.
Yeah, we can go downstairs. I'm gonna pick Balric up.
Squeak, squeak! Alright.
I think this was for you. I think.
I like you holding on to him.
Okay.
Your arms are going to get so tired.
How hefty is a giant rat?
It's like trembling.
Yeah. I imagine it. What it's kind of like. Have you ever seen like a 2-year-old pick up a cat? So it's like Balric's like actually his back legs are walking and Nadia is just basically just holding him in an upright position.
It's still small, just around the same.
Oh, is it still small? Oh, okay. Then it's more like his legs are dangling.
It's like a corgi.
Yes.
Struggling. You know what? You can walk, right?
He's so
Balric?
cute. Look at
You can
him.
walk.
I'm going to go up and hold the door open and just, like, gesture.
Waddle out.
My eyes will follow.
We're
Okay.
friends.
So you're a giant rat. Okay.
You've been with us through a lot, and we'll be with you through a lot.
Come downstairs, Maul, and I'll buy you more alcohol.
That's a call I can follow.
You know, if you'd rather not do that, you wouldn't have to.
Yeah, it's fine. Let's fucking drink.
Wait, which one are we doing first?
Alright, I'm gonna go scan the room for an empty table or booth. Preferably a nice big corner booth like we like.
I'm gonna ride his leg.
Like right by. Wait, you're just gonna be like on his leg?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, well, I've got plenty of flowy skirts, so I'm sure you could just like.
I'm not. I have a 20 wisdom. I get inside the room.
Oh, you're inside the robe. Okay.
Oh, that's a new feeling. Whew. I have an itch on my leg. Would you scratch it?
He only has a bite attack.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. I'm gonna walk funny into the room like I have a peg leg.
Do you need a healer?
No, old war injury. See, I was a soldier. It's been hurting me ever since.
Where?
Oh, out east. In the Eastern Wars, they fought the West.
I bite him in the middle of this.
See, it's acting up. Oh, quiet down. I don't actually hit you. I just like punch the skirt.
I think your friend might have had too much to drink.
Not yet.
No, not enough.
Again, you have to clean up your own messes or there is a surcharge.
We'll clean up. Don't worry.
that's
See,
I brought
see that
money.
rag there?
Okay.
I just like clean his rag. Everything will be clean.
Okay. No animals in the building.
Wouldn't dream of it.
Am I invisible from the bar?
Yes.
I drop out of the out of the robe,
It's a skirt.
tuck up where I can, and then unshapeshift.
This like house cat sized creature just runs out from underneath me.
Uh-oh.
There's just kind of like a and like you see just like a couple drinks just kind of rock a little bit. You're fine.
Hey Shepard, who's surcharge?
That's a good one.
Oh boy.
shepherd.
Alcohol?
What kind?
Yes.
The strongest kind you got for him.
Okay.
Also, your menu,
Hoping
do you actually
something
scratch the
mysterious.
menu? 1 of everything. 2 of everything. 3 of everything.
Just bring out a bunch of food and a bunch of drink, and I'll clean up our spot when we're done. Wait, no, don't take that, Nadia. Don't run with that.
So the party buffet then?
Sure,
Sounds
whatever that is.
Sure.
That's 15 gold.
Yeah, I got it.
I'll take care of it.
Well, you're not. No.
Why
Not
not?
today.
Do we have any dietary restrictions?
Handled.
We have a friend who's
Oh, I
vegetarian.
still need to do my other thing.
Oh, okay.
It's me.
Yes, it's him.
I'm the friend.
I'll make sure there's something on there that has plenty of protein. You're kind of a big guy.
Wow, this is an interesting establishment. Thank you, Shepard.
And he heads into the back. We got a party platter.
For you.
Yep. I heard it in my own head before you said it.
Do we have a booth?
There's actually only one table open. It's not a booth, but it's near the booth. It's kind of towards the back wall.
Is there a booth with like only 1 person in it?
There's a booth with 2 people in it.
I'm gonna go up to them.
Kick them out.
Okay, it is a couple.
Okay.
It appears.
Okay. I'm gonna start crying.
Are you okay?
No, I'm fine. I really need a booth right now.
Come sit down with us.
I really need a booth. And I need to be alone really bad. Really bad. See, my dad just died and we used to sit in this booth
Performance.
all the time.
I mean, deception.
Wow.
Oh. You don't cry, but I'm awesome. So, yeah, 24.
24.
Or 22.
Not great. Oh, that's terrible.
Please leave.
What's your father's name?
Can I, in the corner, disguise self as like a pastor or like a priest or something?
Sure, of a particular god or
What's just like the common
like
religion?
sovereign host would be like the.
Alright, I've been in plenty of cities, so I'm sure I know. What
Yeah,
it
you
looks like.
okay?
My father's name was, and in undercommon, I'm just gonna go.
That's a lovely
Anyway,
name.
I have a party of my closest friends and his closest friends are coming here, and I'm just really hoping that I could have this booth that we used to sit in all the time.
I think we were just finishing up
Oh,
anyway,
thank you so much.
and they just kind of get up and
So much.
I want to walk over as they're getting up and going, "Oh, good, you're here. I'm so sorry. We need to talk about your father's estate. I know this is a difficult time."
Since when do clergymen also deal with wills?
Well, okay.
Oh, okay.
and they just kind of walk away. I don't know what's wrong with her. I don't think there's something really wrong with her father.
Oh,
And they
wait.
just kind of walk off.
Jeez.
I told you we shouldn't eat down in the lower part of the city.
Oh.
And they
They
leave.
deserved it.
Okay.
Slide into the booth and just start reading the next book of the Kinky Treehouse.
Ooh, are there pictures?
No, Nadia, there's never any pictures.
You're
except
at
for on the
40 now?
covers.
Stupid books.
I think it's like 38 or 39.
Okay.
Yeah.
You were on 39 last.
Okay, so it's 40.
40. Okay. This is a double issue. It's a crossover.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's a crossover, though.
Teenage Mutant Nude Turtles.
Oh my god.
I hate that. Never mind.
Hey, what's the vibe in this inn right now?
This
Oh.
establishment.
Vibe check.
Long day out, probably fields, or looks to be like a lot of like physical labor. Just kind of winding down, relaxing. There's dwarven bar, just kind of it's a like a low like drum and like low. It's like a xylophone, but like way low on the tones. So it's more of like the dunk 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 dunk.
Jab that.
I don't have anything for that, but I'll give you this.
There we go.
I'm gonna go sit down, still in clergy.
Okay.
Because at this point I've committed.
I didn't know you worship the sovereign host.
Only when I look like this. It's a secret I keep. No follow-up, none. Perfect. That's how it should be when you're talking to clergy.
Right.
I don't think that's true.
Maul, you want a sacred drink? You can wash all your sins away.
No, it can't.
Is it holy water?
It is because I'm holding it.
Oh boy.
She said holy, not holdy water.
I have got to help you write a joke book, and we could publish that and make a fortune.
No.
And that's what the cover says. No.
Hey, Baldric, if I helped you write a joke book, would you publish it with me?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
Really, starting to feel certain things about you people.
I'm literally like.
Excuse me.
Yes, my child.
There's a stocky half-orc in there. I hate to bother you, but I'm leaving tomorrow with a band of mercenaries, and I was hoping that I could get the blessing of Doldorn.
Absolutely.
You don't want his blessing. Not this one. This one, you don't want him to bless you.
She just says that
is
because
a sham and a fraud.
I am not. Just because I knocked your father out of the casket by tripping doesn't mean I'm a fraud. It was an accident.
Why do I
I
still
had
hang
too
out
much
with
of
you?
the wine.
Do I know the blessing?
I mean, you would know. He was basically just coming over. You know who the Doldorn's the sovereign of strength and steel. Like he's like the patron saint of soldiers.
Can I scribble something down real quick and slide it over to Gideon?
Give me a sleight of hand.
Okay. Sleight of hand. I've never done that before. Oh, but it's a +4 though. This is fine.
I didn't mean to bother you.
Well, that's quite all right. Some of us were less enlightened, often make
13.
mistakes.
13.
Can I argue at advantage? Just cause.
Thank
No.
you, Aster, for holding my sermon notes. I have it right here. Blessed are those who swing their swords swift and sleek and cut them up, and blessed are those who wish to find peace through enlightenment and war at the same time. It's awkward but well done. Your handwriting's fantastic, by the way. That too.
Thank you.
Thank
You're welcome.
you.
Blessed day.
He walks off like.
Before he walks away, I'm gonna just slap him on the shoulder, kick some ass, stay alive. Good luck.
Thanks.
That's
He
what
looks
I said.
much more confident after the pep talk from Maul.
It was super effective.
Okay.
I had no idea you were a clergyman.
For a soldier, it doesn't take much.
All right. Anything else this evening? Just drinking and frivolity for the remainder?
Book 41.
Book 41. Okay.
Yeah, partying it up.
Hey, you should drink some of this. We're partying. We're partying.
I don't want it.
You're sitting at the
Peer
table
pressure.
reading smut while
Yeah?
surrounded by friends.
Okay.
Peer pressure.
I don't do that.
You don't need a drink.
The moral
but,
of this story in 41 is drink water.
See? You see this right now?
I mean, you could read it out loud
I
to
don't
us.
want to end up in some stranger's house with only a corset on. That's weird.
Actually, that sounds amazing.
Aster, it says hydrate or dihydrate, so drink up.
Oh no.
I very pointedly ignore the alcohol and drink more apple juice.
Okay.
Or whatever I have.
When you lean over that time, you hear like a loud creak come from the chair.
No,
I'm
no.
just gonna slap it and hit and cast mending.
You hear like it sounds like a shoulder going back in a socket, and like the leg pops back into place.
Did that come from you?
You don't have to drink if you don't want to.
No, I'm well aware. Thank you, Maul.
What?
Did you break something? Did you pop a bone?
He's fine. Look at him.
I guess so.
Fit as an ox.
Right. Well, drinking now. Music.
You got any requests?
Something that makes me think of springtime in a meadow when I was young and with a lover. So pop music?
Pop music.
Let's do something a little bit more upbeat.
Yeah, no pressure.
Is that everything for the evening?
Yeah.
As the upbeat music goes on, the night kind of fades, and you all stagger back to your rooms as the evening goes on.
I
After
don't stagger.
kind of acting as the center point in the pyramid that kind of weaves up the stairs.
Designated stair driver.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Oh,
Someone's
as I'm
gotta
walking
make
away,
the-
I'm just randomly snapping and cleaning anything, but completely arbitrary. It's just like that booth over there. Clean. Ah! That window. One window pane is clean.
Gideon's going in. As you're going up, you hear, "What happened to my steak sauce?" And you go to bed.
Oh my god. Is it A1?
That steak? Clean.
Oh, I hate that. I hate that so much.
Like a freshly washed steak.
Taking a steak outside,
Sacrilege!
sticking it to the wall, and hitting it with a power washer.
The little steak bath.
So,
I hate it.
Steak bath or snake bath, and there is no in between.
I hate
you all,
it so much.
you all wake up the next morning,
Snake steak.
not doing too bad. Oh,
Oh, do thing.
okay.
Oh my god.
We're sleeping in the same room?
Yeah. Well,
God, you're gonna join her drunk.
maybe she won't wake up. Maybe you'll say something.
Maybe she just won't wake up ever again.
Oh no!
What have you done?
Oh god. DC 15 Arcana. I always forget. Oh god. What's my Arcana? It's not great. I don't make it. I got 14.
Oh.
14 total?
Mhm.
Oh, you don't make it. Okay. You have a... You try to reach out, but it just...
Boring dream.
Yeah. You dream...
Boring.
The only part you remember is just... the boy from the farm just kind of, as you're waking up, pretend, "Come on, it's just a treehouse." And that's where the dream...
Oh
the
my
dream ends.
god! I hate it!
You need to fall back asleep.
I see Osmond in such a different light now.
All right.
As we're falling asleep, I'm just going, "Hey, Maul. Well, I'm really glad that you came along with me. You're a good friend."
You mean how we got hired to do the same job? That makes sense. Good night, Bulric.
Okay. And the next day comes about. It's you're inside of a mountain. It's morning. You wake up as like they kind of, it seems like they kind of will brighten up the interior part through like ever bright lanterns and stuff during the day to give it a little bit, so it's not such a stark transition to the outside, but it's still definitely, it'd be like an overcast day worth of light.
Dismal as always. Alright.
You okay?
You see a note
Oh.
on your door.
Uh-oh.
I'll get it.
What a glorious morning.
It's a very blocky script.
You up yet?
Yeah.
Alright, well, let's... It's a bright new day. Let's go elemental. I don't fucking...
Let's get a lot of water first.
To the bar!
Breakfast ale.
Breakfast ale!
Can't be hungover if you're still drunk.
Pretty sure that's the logic, right?
Yeah.
This one time you fell asleep in some swamp water, and that's kind of what this morning tastes like.
Oh, ew.
It's not bad.
Yeah. I mean, if that's your thing.
Tangy.
Ugh.
I'm assuming you'll be probably the last one down, but everybody will probably get down there fairly close at the same time. I'm assuming everybody's waking up a little bit late because of the alcohol.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine.
If I get up, I guess, because I'm pretty much getting up, getting the note, talking to him, and then leaving the room.
Okay.
If they're not out yet, on my way by, I'm just gonna punch the wall repeatedly as I walk.
You're kind of waking up, then you hear da 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 da.
I hear
I
you.
think I'll probably be already downstairs for breakfast.
Okay.
Hate me.
Yeah, I imagine it's like as your eyes open, there's like dum 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 dum.
Oh. Okay. Do you think that was Gideon or Maul?
I'm not there.
Yeah, Aster's already out of bed.
Fuck?
You get downstairs, Aster's booth, I assume.
Absolutely.
Okay. Aster's in a booth, like the
I don't
back
have
corner.
to lie about my dad dying again.
Well, you can.
If you want to.
Oh god, that would be really sad.
Do you have anything in front of you, food or anything?
Probably just like a plate of fruit.
Alright. Breakfast ale.
Oh, sure. Do you have a preference? And he just kind of points over to like 3 taps.
Jeez.
Oh man. Read them to me.
Do you not know how to read, Maul?
You're not at the bar.
Oh, I thought you were still here. Sorry.
Cinnamon church bell,
Ooh.
the chocolate sunrise, and the raspberry wake up call.
This motherfucker's actual breakfast ales.
Oh god, can I get like one of each?
Sure.
Yeah, no, do it. Wait,
The
you put
same
them all
cup?
in one?
No, he puts he picked up another cup and just kind of sets them
I
on.
was like, I don't mean we'll do it. Awesome. And then breakfast platter? No. I know better. One of everything.
Breakfast buffet.
I'll be over there.
Okay. Do you want to just pay at the end?
We can pay now. What's up?
3 breakfast ales. 6 silver.
1 gold.
Okay. You hear a little ding ding ding, and then he just kind of like puts that something on his belt and just click. All right.
Alright.
I'll probably make my way down after
Okay.
scrubbing the sand from my eyes.
Okay.
They have actual breakfast ales here.
What's the difference between actual and what you've been drinking?
What I've been drinking was ale. just ale. These are like flavored.
Oh?
This one's got cinnamon. Try the raspberry one first.
It's pretty good. It's like it would be like a raspberry scone with a beer.
I will taste the cinnamon.
It's like a hot chocolate. Oh no, that was just it. So it's like
Chai?
like a chai, but it's a beer.
Cool. I drink that.
Alright, switch. And then I'll try the chocolate one.
The chocolate one, it's like chocolate pancakes.
Oh man.
I don't like the raspberry as much, but the cinnamon's good.
Chocolate. Oh. Ulrich?
Yeah, the two of you would probably be coming
Like,
down the stairs about the
Chocolate,
same time.
you probably
Just a
end up
sample
going
taste?
to the bar first and then ordering the exact
actual
same
breakfast
thing
ale.
in
Okay.
probably the exact same manner.
You're gonna get the exact same, like, okay, and like he'll pour the 3 and just kind of like watch you with like this like slightly. It's tough to read, but the closer you get would be maybe worried, but like only like his eyebrows, his eyes, and like mouth kind of move, but there's no like actual like cheek movement, so it's like a very weird. It's like Mr. Potato Head doing expressions.
Actually, can you give me just an extra cup, too?
Okay.
I like the chocolate one the best.
Alright,
Get to the
it
table.
is yours.
Oh no, I don't need it. I'm just.
Okay.
Cinnamon was pretty good.
Yeah.
Show up with the same. Huh? Ah.
They got breakfast ale. I thought I made it up
Put it down.
because it was just ale.
Try.
You
try
hear
one of
like
each.
for like a gruff voice. Dwarves have been doing breakfast ale longer than you've been alive.
Well, dwarves are fucking great, guy.
I'll drink to that. And it's like this old, like he like this old dwarf, and he just like downs the tankard.
Ah.
Sipping on my apple juice.
I'll try all of them and then pour a little bit of
Oh,
each
Nadia,
one.
no.
Give that a try. What's that? Is it awful?
It's a little bit weird because they aren't all quite the same type. Like the chocolate is kind of more of a stout, and the other ones are like an ale and an IPA. So it's like you get a little. It's the flavor's not too bad, but the mouth feels a little weird.
It's not good.
You've definitely had worse.
It's not bad.
So it's not good and it's not bad.
Yes.
All right. So all of you make it down. Have a delicious
Gideon,
breakfast.
ales. Just repeat the process.
I want something sparkling, personally. But...
Try them all.
Alright, I succumb to peer pressure regularly. I'm gonna take a sip of each and go through the whole rigmarole. Of, this is delicious. What does it taste like together? Copy. Ooh. No.
I'll drink it.
I didn't know.
After literally all of that. If you want something sparkling, have you tried your personality?
You have this remarkable way of keeping me guessing. And that was very sweet of you.
Is this like a new thing?
What?
Your book should be jokes and
Giant
pickup
bad
lines.
wax and jokes.
Wait, was that a joke? I thought you were being sweet.
It was.
Okay, you weren't making fun of me.
That's been there. Well, not to Gideon really, but
You know what? That's what it was. That's what was new.
Yep.
Yeah, is that he doesn't hate me actively? Is that it? Appreciate it.
Only passively.
Alright, well, excuse me a minute. I do need to go wash up for the day.
Do we have elementals to talk to? Speak
not
to?
quite sure.
Okay.
I think it might be, but I don't know for sure.
Wait, what's the situation?
There's been some stuff happening near the mountain where giant rocks are what people think are rolling down the hill, but there's no trail. They're just like they look like they're getting thrown.
Huh.
We good?
Okay.
I'm very confused.
I have a problem.
You have a prop?
Yes.
Oh.
Not confusing.
Oh, nice. I like it.
So I'm thinking it's elementals, earth elementals that just got disturbed, but I'm not 100%.
Well, you also said something yesterday about feeling a similar sensation you had like when we were in that forest.
Yeah.
So, it does sound elemental related, and is there any risk you think that we're just gonna like disappear into another dimension for a while?
I don't know. It also could not be elementals. It could be something else natural.
You know what? Giants, maybe.
Ooh, you speak.
I do speak Giantish. It runs in well, we're related to giants, not brutes, but we're larger than life creatures. Giants do throw rocks quite often. I don't know. That's my guess.
Always a possibility. Only one way to find out.
I go out and loudly and giant yell, "Hello, is anyone there?" And if anybody responds in giant, we know what it is.
There's many ways to find out.
Okay, maybe we shouldn't go.
I mean, do you think we should go, though?
We already kind of said we would
Yeah.
when we talked to the
Right.
chief of whatever over there.
I think it might be good too.
Then,
Asta, remember, we're heroes. It's what we do, or something.
if Gideon's strategy doesn't work, which I'm sure it will,
Sure.
Thanks. Your
What's-
confidence is overwhelming.
I was very confident, Gideon. What would be plan 2?
I mean, depending on the reaction, run.
So not fight.
I don't know what we're up against.
I don't really think we can have a plan until we just start going over there and looking around. Plan is
True.
don't get crushed by falling rocks, quote unquote falling.
True.
Okay.
And don't take candy from strangers unless they're very persuasive. No? Me? Just
Or-
me?
Do take candy from strangers.
Yeah, that one.
Why would
like
you
that
not
one.
take candy from strangers?
She's the one with the weird books. Ask her.
What?
What?
Not one of the kinky tree houses have ever mentioned candy.
I don't know. It's in a treehouse, so candy sounds good.
I had a dream about Osmond in a treehouse last night. That's all I remember, though.
Do tell.
That's all I remember.
So make it up. Whatever. You've read a lot of interesting books. Surely you can weave a yarn, or yarn a weave, a tale, whatever. I'm still drunk, I think.
I'm gonna pick out the most recent treehouse book and just randomly flip to a page and give it to it.
Maul?
Okay.
Maul. You okay?
I guess in the spirit of being a little more transparent, the fact that I told you guys about most of my life now, I'm going to reach into my coat and pull out a little note.
Well,
Someone gave me the other names,
what?
and this
And it's an old, or it's a somewhat beat up looking coin. It's kind of a brassish in color. It has an anchor and a sextant and just kind of like pressed on the back. And then there's writing that's kind of hard to read, and one part of it looks like it's been like marred a little bit, like some of the like not so much like faded, but almost like it was exposed to like a lot of heat. So there's like one part that's like a little bit smoother than the rest.
he would have had this in his captain's quarters, wouldn't he?
He would have had some of those, or it would be like occasionally you had seen a couple of those given out, but you'd bet there were probably only a handful of those.
Did you see who gave it to you? Was it anonymous? Was it...
Somebody slipped it under the door this morning.
Do you think it was that dwarf?
It's gotta be. It's like The lettering's like blocky.
Can
It's
I read it?
Well, I'm pretty good with people's handwriting. May I take a look? In fact, if I look at handwriting long enough, I can usually tell who it is.
if you know these names, does your deal friend know them too?
That I don't know. You don't have to show me.
I wouldn't be surprised if they had deals. Is my only worry. You know what? Those 3 guys we saw on the way out,
Yeah.
I really would have liked to kill them on the spot. And I think it was a mistake that we did nothing. There's no reason for them to be there. They were messengers. So fuck it. Flint knows, they all know.
Well, at least it sounds like it's from a friend. You okay if I give it to...
Yeah.
I recognize the 4th name.
I'd have to look at it again.
Lou Abernathy.
No.
Alright, 2 questions. 1, do I recognize the handwriting at all?
It's not handwriting that you have seen before. You've seen a lot of documents throughout the years, and you wouldn't be surprised if it was... Your guess is it was probably a dwarf. They tend to, because of the runic nature of the language, their letters tend to be a little bit more sharp, and it's like right angles and 45s than that's smooth.
Other question is, I spent a lot of time in different courts and, like, rubbing elbows with, all the ritzy people. Do I recognize any of the names?
Yes. Can I say it again? That one, I'm not pulling up the other note.
Didn't, Madrock, wasn't he, like, one of you?
Why don't you take a picture of it?
One of the other council members
I'm going to
had
make sure I have...
a tattoo. The one with the hook hand.
Well, this definitely looks like dwarvish writing, that's for sure.
Could it have been
It
him?
looks like their architecture. I imagine so.
How would he know?
So do I recognize it?
The old
The
anchor.
name Zadira Winter
He must have been in the Navy at some point.
seems familiar. She is... You're pretty sure she's some sort of, like, alcohol merchant.
I'm pretty sure I drank something by Zadira Winter.
They own so many businesses, it's easily could have.
Is there anything that helps me other than that?
If you want to give me, like, a history roll.
Sure. Can I use your drink?
Those people own so much that they feel they control the fate of everyone else.
Yeah.
Hence the name.
Yeah.
Dirty 20.
They're 20. You're starting to think about it. They're like wine magnets. Like, they've got a few different, like, big vineyards. They've got one in Zalargo, one in Breland, and one up in the Reaches.
I'm gonna share that all with them.
And, yeah, I mean, you might have met her in passing, but her wines are well known through some of, like, the ritzier courts. And there is some suspicion that there is some magic involved, but nobody's been ever able to prove it. But her stuff, just, like, it grows well and it's consistent, like, every year.
Well, her wine is always good, but I'm not surprised she's
No,
a bitch.
they've done enough that they can. They did something. The money got cleaned. I don't know how it fucking works, but Flint and Khaldun started a whole legitimate company that you can't touch. They pull every single disgusting loophole they can, all above board. Hook and Hitch. Fucking the company that sells everything. Completely legitimate.
Madrock said that there was a lot of money being transferred up to the principalities. I don't know if that's related.
You know, there's a lot of pirates up there.
There are a lot of pirates up there.
Okay. It's a step.
It's more progress than I'm sure you've seen in a while.
And someone's in your cart.
You shouldn't just go after him blindly, though.
It worked before.
Yeah,
I
but
doubt it'll work again.
they'd survived this long for a reason, so...
I know.
Okay, but why don't we start our day and go do things, and we can brainstorm later.
I wanted one of these so bad.
What is it? Like, what is it?
It's a challenge coin.
And you can see that the around it, the letters, it's Admiral Hector Tiberius, and then it's you get like new, and then that's kind of where it kind of fades is where you're guessing it would probably say New Throne, and like there's like a little bit of the Y left at the end, but basically New Throne Navy is almost completely burnt out.
It's a challenge coin.
I can't remember exactly how you get those again.
Like usually if it's you do something like very commendable, and it's just kind of like the tradition throughout the Navy, and you would know, like if you go to like a Navy bar, you can basically like put that down, and whoever has the highest coin, they get the drinks bought for them.
They're like, yeah, you get them commendations and...
Sure, if the Navy lasted long enough, you would have gotten one.
I would have. I got something nobody else got, though.
Magic eyeball?
No, I'm sure there's more of those. And I'm gonna pull out the gold hook. He gave me this himself.
What is it?
It was his. It's part of the Navy SEAL. The hook. It's a fishing hook. We protected fishing, we protected navigation, we protected merchants. It's just the different corners of New Throne seafaring. But it was his. And he told me that I reminded him of him when he was younger, when I took the Radagast.
And that was the name of your ship?
It was never mine. I was first mate. My mentor was the captain. But it always felt like home. Elementals, let's go do stuff.
Yeah. I'll be right back before we do.
Okay.
I'm gonna step outside quick.
Okay.
Just want to look around for any kind of small animal. Any at all.
Okay. You find a small lizard.
Okay. I want to cast Animal Messenger. I'm gonna describe the dwarf with the hook arm and the anchor tattoo,
Okay.
and just have it convey thank you.
Okay. I got a boss. He goes, walls. Like lizards do.
Yeah.
If you want me to ask Ballista if any of them have deals, I can.
No, I don't want to put you in more debt.
I'm personally fine with it. If it would help you in the long run. I'm already there anyway.
I can't. Thank you.
Laura comes back in.
Okay.
Yippee! Let's go.
Okay.
Yep. Nadia, can I have my weapon back?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm gonna redistribute weapons.
Okay. And you head out of the Stone Shepherd and out towards the old gate. I'm gonna go into one. It's actually a pretty nice day out. A bit warm. People already out in the fields, doing their thing, tilling, planting. As you come out, the directions they gave you kind of takes you along the mountain. It's not a whole lot of like undergrowth here, some shrubs, stuff like that. But it's more mountainous, so mostly dirt and rocks, and you start making your way down the road for a bit. It's a pretty peaceful area. Everything's, looking good. Birds chirping, lizards running around, sunning themselves. And you travel for... Huh?
What are the birds?
What are the birds saying? Springtime! Need food for the baby! Need food for the baby! There's a worm!
I'm gonna convey everything you're saying.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah.
You travel for probably a good hour before you come up, and you're the first one to see them all. There's like a rock just kind of in the middle of a field, and at first it just kind of rocks are there, and then you get a little bit closer and you notice that like there's a little bit of a furrow where it like kind of came in and maybe like slid to a stop. And as you all get close and can start to see it now, you're kind of getting a scope of it. This thing's got to be, easily 15, 20 feet across. Like, this is probably like 2,500, 3,000 pounds of rock that's just like now like buried 3.5 feet in the ground. And just kind of, there's a few like smaller ones when you start getting to the area that look to have just kind of like come down from the sky, or out from the mountains, but like it's like they would have had to have been like thrown or launched. And there's a bit of a spot where you can kind of start making your way up, if not far from here.
That's pretty big.
Yeah, it is.
It's a small
I don't know
boulder
that
the size of
the
a
giants
large
have thrown
boulder.
that.
Possibly, but there haven't been, like, your people came from giants and they talk them, but most people haven't seen a giant on this continent in lifetimes.
We'll be the first.
Gee.
I'm an optimist, what can I say? Among many other things. Priest being one of them.
Yeah, it's a really big rock.
Alright, so how do we prevent us from getting squished? And I look at the sky. From falling rocks.
Could an elemental have thrown this?
Could an elemental have thrown this?
If it did, it's a really big one.
It's pretty accurate.
I mean, how much elemental interaction have you actually had? Pretty much just the rock guy that tried to kill us, right?
I mean, there's a nice one that you guys met in the water.
There's the nice water rockman.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah. So.
History things.
Sure. If you want to give me a history roll.
Specifically, if giants were ever in this area, or any sort of graphical/geological anomalies.
Okay.
Can't fucking
I want to look around for anything weird or out of the ordinary.
Okay, give me investigation roll.
That's 23.
23. It's very possible you start thinking back to your history and you're like, giants, like, they haven't been really... all the giants would be down in Zendrick, which is like the lower continent, and there are some theories that this section here, basically like Valenar, Kabara, and what used to be Sire is where Zendrick used to be when this was all one continent.
So it's very possible that they still could be here.
I mean, it's possible. Nobody's seen them in thousands of years, but, you know, there's a lot of like, these mountains are, like, this mountain range is pretty big, and, like, it goes this way, and then there's another 2 ranges that go up, so the dwarves have done stuff there, but you know that these mountains have not been explored to a huge extent that you know of. If anybody's explored them, it's probably only the dwarves, and they're a little bit... You've read dwarven history books, and they seem to be a little bit more fluff than a lot of the other races tend to do.
Alright. 22.
22? You start looking around, and you're kind of looking up towards the mountain and looking down, and you're no geologist, but there's something, like, the rocks don't, like, the coloration and, like, even, like, just the kind of look of them to everything around here, you haven't seen any rocks that really look like this.
Can I detect magic?
Yeah.
I'm a caster.
Okay. How far does it go out?
30 feet.
30 feet?
Within 30 feet of me.
Okay.
Last 10 minutes.
It would be very, very faint, but you can kind of see, like, from where the impact is, there's just, like, a very, very faint glow of, like a transmutation magic. It's got a very, kind of natural feel to it, and you kind of notice around the stone where there's, like, little bits of, like, grass have started to pop up, like, very small amounts, but kind of right in, like, this immediate area, and it just kind of slightly radiates and fades out very quickly.
Bulver, come look at this. It looks like there's trace magic in this area. It's a transmutation, and these plants have kind of grown off of this point. Does this look like anything you've seen? Or...
And these rocks are from here. If there's magical residue, then it's very likely that these stones came from somewhere else.
It's not a huge leap of logic to say possibly another elemental plane.
Could, like, a rift essentially open up and just poop them out?
I don't know, that's a question for Bulwark, I suppose.
When you went into, like, the beehive, there wasn't so much that you could remember when everything went down by the water, but all of the vegetation, like, near that hive was very, very, like, prominent. Like, it was almost, like, comparative to, 100 feet away, there was way more vegetation. It was a lot more vibrant, brightly colored. It's possible that it could be something like that, but you know that where the one spot where you actually walked past that was connected, it seemed like almost like life energy just kind of, like, bled out.
These boulders might be originating in Lamania. Road trip. The energy you're seeing there is very similar to some of the plant life surrounding the beehive.
With my history roll, could I brain together an explanation as to why, like, another plane would be so frequently popping up in this material plane? Whether it's like...
Give me an Arcana roll, actually.
Arcana?
Yeah. You can actually, you have History and Arcana proficiency, right?
I don't have Arcana proficiency.
You don't have Arcana?
I don't even have History. Oh, I do have History proficiency.
Then actually make it a History roll.
Okay. I can't just use the one that I had.
Could I argue, if it is what I think it is, could I argue advantage for her?
That's okay, it's a
She's
natural
from
20.
Oh my god. Never mind.
Okay.
25.
Let's get it anyway.
So, when you were doing some of your studying back as a kid, there was the effects of like coterminous planes and things like that was something that you went over a little bit, and you have seen the moon that represents Eberron, the moon that represents Lamani. It's been full and very, very bright, meaning you're guessing it that it's coterminous. So at those times, there is a greater chance for kind of a bleed through between the planes. It means that plane is kind of in a space where it's very close to... So if there was a spot that kind of matched up well, it's possible there could have been like an overlap or is an overlap of some sort.
Is there any potential, like, extra danger on top of just, like, circumstance of a rock pooping into this material plane?
Some of them do have strange effects on some magic. Like,
Okay.
magic will sometimes be a little bit more powerful or last a little bit longer, things like that.
I will relay all of that information.
Oh, so something's happening on the other plane, but it's affecting here.
It's kind of like it's like an all planes thing, or is it
It's
just?
it's
Lamania?
because like because you've got like this it's currently Lamania looks to be like coterminous, which is the nature plane. Like it's the plane of
Right.
like primal nature.
Okay.
I'm gonna kneel down and like, touch the area where the rock hit.
Okay.
Anything?
It's like that, almost like a slight static charge. Like you just kind of get close and you just kind of feel like that prickly feeling that you've been getting. That kind of mildly like intensifies and then just kind of goes. Like you get close and just kind of like
Kind of like a hand falling asleep briefly. Almost.
Yeah, exactly.
And just to clarify, it is with my right hand.
Okay.
This is completely out of context, but I wanted to clarify. When I said a couple years ago, when someone asked how long ago, it's actually 5. 5 years ago.
5 whole years.
The naval thing was 5 years ago.
Oh, so before even all the pirate shit. Like, you were in the Navy 5 years ago when all that shit went down.
Yes.
Okay.
This is a lot.
Can't figure out anything more here, so why don't we keep walking, and if we're suddenly seeing more moons or whatever, then we've gone too far.
At least it's not like giants, though, even though it's still kind of entirely possible that they are here.
Well,
Sure.
Elemental giants.
there were giant creatures.
Alright, so as long as I'm half right, I consider that a win.
Didn't like those.
Alright.
They were mostly fine.
So we just maybe don't explore and
They
just go
were
back where we
all
came and
scary.
tell
No.
people to just not come around here until the convergence is
We
done.
met those really nice badgers, did we not?
Yeah, they were still scary.
So,
They're quite lovable looking.
Sure.
I liked playing with the kids.
the guard captain said that this isn't the first time. This is just the worst instance. Is that what it was?
I think he said it's been kind of ramping
Escalating.
up. Is that right?
Yeah, it's been it's been not long, but if anybody wants to give me a nature roll.
No good with those. 3.
Okay.
I will
9.
Birds fly.
13.
Do they?
Lizards walk. Huh?
13?
13.
I don't believe you.
Why'd you shut the door?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You're like, wait, there's something going on. Like, this time of year, and like as you're thinking it comes to you, it's getting close to the spring solstice.
Oh.
We're getting near the solstice.
Okay.
Probably why things are getting
Well,
crazier.
that's a powerful spiritual date. Veils thin, things happen on solstices.
All right. So what is it? It's sounding like to me is this is getting worse, and maybe it'll pass once things go away.
I mean, it will pass.
It will pass.
But then it
It's
could
just-
happen next year.
It could, or something really bad could happen now before it passes.
I mean,
Alright, so what do we gamble on? Do we just leave and let whatever happens happens, or do we keep exploring?
I mean, my opinion is before we end up lost in another world again,
just wait.
talk to the guard captain and be like, hey, we're going to try to take care of this for you so someone knows we're doing something for them.
We already did have that conversation.
Well, we talked to him, we might, like, look into it, I thought was the idea.
I thought we were pretty explicit about we'll definitely
We'll
try.
definitely just completely handle it.
Not that we'd handle it. We never said we'd handle anything, just that we would look into it.
I
And
mean-
that's what we're doing, aren't we?
Why don't we just wait, and if something comes through or happens, we'll deal with it, but we don't go just actively looking for it. There's no guarantee we're gonna get back this time.
How long does this last?
Until, like, maybe like a
When is the
You-
solstice?
week
you've
or so
got-
after the solstice?
Yeah, you've probably got to. If it were to be like a week before and a week after, you would be looking at 10 days before it was over. You've got 3 days till the solstice.
Alright. So then the question is, do we wait here 10 days? Or do we have a more important mission we've got right now?
I'm leaning towards the latter.
So we tell them to steer clear of here for now, and what they may or may not expect.
I feel like we're probably gonna end up coming back here. If we have to present evidence.
When is that, though? My only thing is, if while we're gone, they are allying with us in a sense. If a giant rock elk comes through and kills all of them,
I mean, do we really have
I
a
don't.
time frame for talking to the other towns?
as soon as possible, I imagine.
It needs to be very soon. And we've been.
How far away is the other town? The next one?
We have to go back through Tarmsworth to get to another town.
Let me bring up my map. So to get back to Tarmsworth is going to be about 2.5 days.
Okay. So it'd essentially be cutting it real close. If we, like, went to the next town and then came back within 10 days.
Yeah, it would probably be a little bit on the tight side. No, that's not where I saved the map.
What do you guys want to do?
We could go to Pete's Land.
Be
Where
nice
is
to meet
that?
Pete.
Bring out the map. It's right there, and we're here.
Where's Tarnsworth?
Tarmsworth is right there.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's
Maybe we can take a shortcut through the woods? The mountains?
to get to Pete's whatever.
And then come back. My thing is, we're coming back. If we come back, it's with evidence and information. I don't want to just...
We don't know when that's gonna happen.
Exactly. I don't want to just make a plan to come back and not have what we need.
I don't know if we can sit here for 10 days. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of staring up the mountain, just for the record.
What are
Okay.
you thinking, Bodrick?
I think if something bad's gonna happen, it's probably gonna be on solstice.
Which is like...
Go anywhere else. We're not going to be able to help.
Who? Pasta.
Huh?
Who was it that transported your father?
The Orient guy.
How much would it cost?
Lots of money. I mean, we could always ask Edris. She's friends with him, so...
Yeah. Maybe... I don't know.
Well,
Some
how far away
idea?
is this Pete's land?
How far away is this Pete's land?
Are you going back through Tarmsworth and then over to Pete's Land?
You don't need to go back through Tarmsworth.
No, but you had been talking about going back.
Yes.
If you're going straight,
It's like a day,
Do you
day and a half.
see- We're gonna have to go back through.
like if you go directly to Pete's, it would be 3 days. If you go back through Tarmsworth and then over there, you're looking at almost 5 taking the road.
On the map, it looks like you don't need to go through Tarmsworth. To
No, you
go
don't
on the
have to.
road. Okay.
But it's just the landscape that makes it take so long.
Yeah, like you'd be going through like the road goes longer around
Okay.
than it does to go like straight. Like you guys would be going like if you guys went that way, it would be almost all
Forest?
yeah,
Mountains?
it'd be a lot of like forest. Like you're gonna get out of the mountains fairly quick. You'd be out of the mountains before the end of today.
What if we reach out to Edris, see if I'm forgetting his name, Barbus Dorian, can bring like 1 or 2 of us real quick there just to scope things out and see if it would be a quick thing. Because so far we're 2 for 2 where it's not a quick thing for alliance purposes.
Right, we don't want to teleport half the party away.
Yeah, I don't like that idea at all.
Okay, then all of us, but then we come back, depending on the situation there.
Okay, if it's 3 days travel, 3 days back, that's 6 days. That gives us 4 days to facilitate whatever happens.
Yeah, but the
Solstice is
solstice
gonna be
is...
I thought you said the solstice was in 10 days.
No, it's gonna be over in 10 days.
How long do we need to wait?
Like 4?
Like 3 days.
Oh.
Wait, so the solstice is in 3 days?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's not as bad. I don't feel good about it, but
No.
we
Here's
need this town.
A controversial question. Do we need to deal with this to secure an alliance?
I think it would go a long way to get an actual alliance.
Yeah.
Whereas right now we have like a trade deal.
But would this really sway things that much?
I don't know. I'm a boat guy.
Have you just been like staring up there the whole time?
Yeah.
Give me an investigation roll.
This is the highest.
You
I've
have
ever
both
been.
investigation and nature, right?
No.
Oh no. Okay.
But that is a 19.
19. You know when it's like really warm, you get like those waves of heat? You're seeing a little bit of that like shimmer like further up the mountain. It's like 72 degrees right now.
But we can't do everything.
Can you feel my forehead?
What?
Sure.
Back of your hand.
Feels furry and
Yeah.
temperate.
You feel temperate. You feel like a bull there.
Can I feel his forehead?
Yeah. He feels... To you, he'd probably feel a little bit cold.
Furry and temperate.
Yeah, furry and temperate.
I look back up. Are the lines still there?
Yeah, it's still you noticed it like after like staring, like when you look away you have to like kind of like almost focus back in on it.
Bull who stares at mountains. What's going on?
It's like knowing it's really hot out and you're kind of looking.
Your little
in the
mirage
distance.
waves.
Yeah.
He starts
Just
pointing them
there.
out, and you can see them. There's a spot kind of up the mountain where it looks to be like kind of like some mirage waves.
Can't hurt to check that out.
Could hurt to check that
I mean,
out.
it could probably hurt to check that out. Want to check that
It's
out?
up the mountain.
A little bit, yeah.
How can we judge how far?
Couple hours.
Look, it's still early. Let's just do it. Fuck it. That's how I live my life. Fuck it. Let's find out.
Gideon?
Are we gonna grab the horses? Are
Wanting
horses
to
good
do
on
work?
mountains?
No.
It's not that I want to do work. I just want to
The
do
horses
anything.
on mountains?
No horses.
Well, it depends on where they're from.
They would break their legs.
Skyrim.
Yeah, the only animals you see some goats.
Goats.
Fighting each other.
Oh my
Yes.
god. Maybe the guards have riding goats.
It's Iron Forge.
No, they only bring those out during the festival of beer.
Oh.
Beer goats.
It's called Brewfest.
Yes, he knows.
Sav.
That's trademarked.
It's not.
No,
Germany
okay.
does it.
Hey.
Are you like yelling?
Hours away.
His
Are
voice
you
carries.
like you're I mean,
See them, they're not.
That's why I thought he just said the mountains are like hours away.
No, they're goats though.
All right, well let's.
What's your name?
I didn't think this through.
I'm gonna start walking. I don't know what we're doing. I'm
Okay.
just gonna
I'm
walk.
walking with you.
Ask them if they'd be willing to give us a ride.
They probably can't give me a ride, but I can.
Probably
walk.
can't give me a ride either.
Or I guess I would look for
How are you?
a path.
you hear
I'll help you.
goes on. You see them like clash and clash, and you hear winning.
Oh my
This one said
god.
You can't tell. They're
winner.
like a good distance away. You just hear the sound of a goat going. You hear "Rah!" and it kind of like echoes down the mountain.
Good, good.
Apparently, one of them is winning.
No,
It's usually how that goes.
Yeah.
that goats. Anyway, so do we see any way up the mountain, or is it just a mountain?
It's. I mean,
I'll be in a
there's.
buddy.
You could see a way up. Like there's not like a necessarily like a path per se, but like there's.
Yep.
I cast Dimension Door 5 times
Okay.
at max distance,
Max distance.
so 2,500 feet.
Can you only take one person?
I'm not taking anybody, just myself.
I'm done with this.
You get Dimension Door once, don't you?
This, I'm teleporting.
At
I
some
don't
point?
even have it.
Oh, I thought there was one of the tieflings that got that at some point.
Oh god,
Probably,
that'd be insane.
It's only like a second level spell, I think.
Dimension door?
Maybe not.
Really?
I have shadowy spells.
I mean, I think they get like mist. One of them gets Misty Step, I think. But anyway, mountain.
Okay. So you
I also start climbing.
start going up the mountain. If you want to give me tunic.
This is mountain climbing music.
According to Vree, Dimension Door is a 4th level spell.
4th level spell. Okay. I was wrong. I've never actually used it in a game.
Thanks, Ree.
Yeah, thanks. So you
I want to look it up now.
walk for a
What is
bit.
like a 5th level spell?
The first
Y'all crazy.
I got it. Here.
first hour or so, nothing
Oh, that's good,
nothing major. Into that second hour, you feel the temperature like start to rise a bit. Like you're moving through, and it's not a whole lot at first, but after about another 30 minutes, you're just like it's got to be like mid 80s where you are now. Like you're getting higher in the mountains, and it's slowly getting warmer.
I mean, I'm fine.
Is this correct? Is this how mountains work? Heat
No.
rises.
It's supposed
What's
to get
happening?
colder.
It gets like snowy up at the top of the mountain
So
usually.
why
Yeah,
is
you
getting
look
hotter?
way up, and you can see probably like a little bit of snow at the very. Like this is a big mountain.
This is a volcano.
Is this a volcano?
Oh.
Is it?
Doesn't look like it to you.
Would I have known, like, with like my earlier geographical thing, would it be a volcano?
You don't know of any volcanoes around here.
Okay. I don't think it's a volcano.
It's a volcano.
It's
I don't
not.
know
It's
how
gotta be a
volcanoes
volcano.
work.
I think it wants to believe it's a volcano and we should
I-
support its career.
I think it's just
Weird.
The barrier.
It's just
is
weird.
thinner here.
Okay, then there's maybe on the other side is a volcano.
Lamania has a volcano here. Probably.
Or Lamania is just hotter.
No, that doesn't make sense.
Okay.
It gets cold when you go up.
You're How are you all traveling? Just kind of like clustered together, like straight line.
I'm trailing behind a little.
Line.
I'm gonna take off the Navy
You're
coat
kind of at
and
the
put it in
back?
my bag.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's hot and I'm
Take
miserable.
off my glamour weave, put it in my bag.
I keep my coat on. I'm totally comfortable.
I have another coat. I had 2 coats.
As
going
you
on.
you start moving up, and you see that it looks like a little bit further up, it's going to kind of like flatten out a little bit, and you start heading up towards that, and the temperature's still going up a little bit. It's probably creeping up on like 90. Like it definitely feels like summerish time here.
Can I do like a general like see if there's any rock elementals watching us? Right?
Okay, so like at one point you're gonna kind of like turn and
yeah, do
look.
like a sweep
Okay.
I'm gonna shed some layers and
Maybe
put them in my bag.
perception or
Yes.
I would like to carefully listen for any wildlife.
25.
25. Carefully listen. Okay, yeah, give me a perception.
23.
23. So everybody, you can hear, everybody walking, and people are starting to lag behind, and like the two of you kind of start to pan, and a sound catches, and the two of you turn around, and you see this large slithering thing kind of coming out from behind a rock, and it is like right behind Gideon right now.
Oh, I throw my knife.
Okay, give me an attack roll.
Oh god.
Can I try and grab the knife?
Yeah, I'll say if you can attempt, you have probably enough time to
18.
as he's pulling it out to say something and attempt to stop him.
Wait, stop.
Would you listen? Like you'd probably be like, when he's saying stop, you're probably like out.
I feel when I pull the knife, the motion is
Oh, so you kind of do like an underhand, so you'd
So
probably
it's
be like, you'd be like here at this point.
I don't know if I can stop at that point.
I would let you, if you would stop for Bulwark, I would let you stop.
Roll for it. No matter what, it'll help you make your decision anyway.
I throw it, but purposely past it.
Okay.
So, like, if Gideon's here, Snake Boy's here, I throw it, like, this side,
Hit Gideon.
and then, I'm just, like, I call it
You
back.
see something just like whiz by your head, and like you probably do one of these, and you just see this huge form just kind of like coming out behind of a rock, like curling like around you, and it just kind of like stops.
Is it a snake?
Hi.
Hello.
Don't.
What's your
And
name?
it'll kind of like drop back. Seth.
I'm gonna take like a half step back really slowly.
Back into it?
Is it just like a
I
snake?
turn.
It's a
like that.
huge snake. Like this thing is enormous. Like,
Lamania snake.
and it just kind of like starts to like smooth
You're
back and like try to like move back into the
world.
shadows of the rock.
Wait, Seth.
How do you speak the language of beasts?
I've kind of always been able to do it. My dad taught me.
Is he
Mark,
a
what is he
beast?
Bulwark, is he going to
No,
eat me?
Shut up! I'm trying to talk to him. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say shut up. No, he was a druid.
A land speaker, I see.
Yeah. Hey, Seth.
Yes.
Are things getting weird around here?
There has been small prey land must be a little bit more barren.
Not exactly. We just have everything smaller in not Lamania.
I do not understand this word.
It's which one?
Not Lamania.
Yeah, it's where you live. It's your.
I live in the Great Mountains here.
What do you think he's saying?
I don't know, but I'm gonna get eaten.
Are you trying to trick me?
No.
I caught it fair and square.
You're not. You wouldn't want to eat him.
But he is so colorful.
I'm aposematic, bitch.
You should know more than anyone that color means it's bad.
Sometimes it's just a trick.
Not
It
in this
tastes so
case.
sweet. Well then, I thank you, Land Speaker. Know that as you pass again, I will do no harm to your other companions for your kindness.
I appreciate you not eating that which would upset your stomach.
Thank you. I must go and search for food.
Okay.
Kind of start to move back, and you'll see him. He coils back in, and then you see it kind of move up over a rock and kind of moves off and down out of the way. And this snake has gotta be 60 feet long.
Bye, Seth.
Bye, Land Speaker's child.
It's Balric.
Is he leaving?
Bye, one of old strength. And he slithers away.
What the fuck, man?
That was the biggest snake I've ever seen.
So that's definitely.
I imagine Nadia is just frozen.
I'm gonna crumple to the ground.
One time Michelle saw an anaconda at an aquarium, and it was the worst experience of my life.
I imagine that this snake could eat an anaconda.
Well, yeah, probably.
Daddy is not okay.
I love snakes.
I'm
I have
totally
one.
fine
I'll
with
play
this.
You might even say the snake was huge.
I get it. Yeah, I mean, it looked like it was from Lamania, but didn't understand the word Lamania.
So where is he from?
He said the Great Mountains.
Are there
Is that
great
where we are?
mountains in Lamania?
Where are we?
Esther, do you remember reading anything about that?
Either this plane or Lamania?
Give me a history roll at disadvantage.
I mean, Bardic, if you ask a normal snake what plane it's in, would it know?
That's true. It's an excellent
No,
point.
but all the creatures in Lamania seem to recognize where they were from.
Oof.
The owl and the
Sucks.
badgers we spoke to, or I spoke to.
11.
I know you can speak to the animals, but we don't understand the conversation, and I was standing there thinking I was gonna get eaten for that whole thing. So just a heads up next time, be calm, it's okay, he's not gonna eat you, or run, or, don't die. those
Honestly,
things.
being eaten by a giant snake would be an excellent way to go
That's
out.
not really the way I want to go.
Well, he was gonna eat you because you were so colorful, and I told him that he should know better because when there's a lot of vibrant colors in nature, it usually means it's bad. And then he tried to say that it was a trick, and I said, no, don't eat him, he'll upset your stomach.
I'm oddly insulted, because I think I'd be delicious. Not that I want to get eaten.
We'll go
We
tell
can
him.
call
We'll
it
let him know.
back.
No, I'm good. Don't start. I'm fine.
Anyway, 11.
You know that you're pretty sure there are mountains. You don't remember much of the details, but you do remember you caught a small missive in one of the books that you read about planar travel, and there was an expedition of elves who had actually tried to set up a mining camp in Lamania. But that's about all you remember.
Anything about giant snakes?
No.
I relay that information.
All right. So here's the thing. If he's from Lamania but doesn't know it, how do we get him to go back?
Something colorful.
Hey, I just had an idea.
You're full of witticisms, and I notice that I'm usually at the butt of them.
Maybe it's because you're a butt.
I thought it was funny, Mark.
Are you stopped on the path, or are you still moving upward?
I think we're probably stopped right now.
Because if he doesn't go back, there's going to be an issue.
I mean...
I don't even know if we're in Lamania.
Are we in Lamania?
You turn and
Vibe
look,
check.
and you see
Hey, are we
the
in Lamania?
fields and all of the stuff that was below you before.
So we're not there yet.
Am I feeling tingly?
Probably about as tingly as you were before, and warm. Like, very warm.
Just keep going. Deal with Snake eventually.
I mean, I guess we can keep going.
We could probably just, like, encourage him that danger is that way and to keep him this way.
Like right now, or do we want to wait?
Now?
Giant snake head over the side.
You see, you yell, and you see like a goat dart off,
No.
and you hear, "What land speaker? Oh no, what one of old strength?" Which comes through his bulwark.
Tell him that people that will kill him down there and that he should, like, stay away.
Don't tell him there's people down
Okay,
there.
tell him he'll just get hurt down there and you don't want to.
Seth, there's danger down that hill. I wouldn't go down there.
But I'm hungry.
Do we have any food?
Rations?
Enough for that thing?
Maybe 50 pounds of venison?
No, we got rid of that, remember?
I can go shoot a goat real quick if you want.
No.
I don't imagine anything we could give that thing would be enough. It needs to go back home.
You
and
hear
eat
a
giant rock elk.
like something sliding around, kind of coming back up towards you.
Tell him he's no longer home.
Just so you're aware, because I don't know if you heard me. I took off my coat
Okay.
and put it in my bag.
Okay.
That's where I usually keep all my knives. So I just have Nasty Comeback
Okay.
on my belt now.
Okay.
What did we do with that thing of honey? Because I see I have a small
Need.
jar of honey. But did we give the rest of it
We gave
to...
most of it to Rondis.
Can't
Do-
give a snake honey.
It just tasted real good, right? It wasn't filling or anything?
Snakes are carnivores.
Yes, it tasted very good.
But it wasn't, like, filling.
It probably filled you up a little bit, yeah.
How many rations does everyone have?
Oh, man. Okay,
A
well...
ration is 1 pound.
I have 8.
I also have 8.
I have 6 still, because I haven't eaten at the last couple places.
I have 12 pounds of rations.
Sorry, they're 2 pounds each. My bad. I don't think any number of rations is going to be enough for this
Okay,
thing.
then
unless
I'll
it's
go
like
shoot him some
a
goats.
storeroom full.
No, we should just bring him back home.
But we don't know where his home is.
Ask him how he got here.
Is this danger that you speak of?
A lot of large creatures with big weapons.
Large,
Oh.
like me?
Bigger.
I must have wandered far from the safety of my cave. I will look to head back then. And he kind of starts to like make his way up the hill.
He's going back to his cave.
Okay.
Oh, good. Means I won't get eaten, probably, maybe.
Crazy thought. If he got here through his cave,
Maybe.
is that where we need to go?
Follow Seth.
Maybe.
Okay. You get up to the top where it kind of flattens out, and you see the snake just kind of flitting his tongue out, and you see what looks to be kind of like a spot where the ground has kind of like caved, or like the side of the mountain is kind of like caved a little bit, and you see him kind of like slither towards like a crack in the cave. But as you come up, you're looking out and you see that spot where the cave is, and you look a little bit off to your left, and like it's past there's kind of like an open spot where you would expect to be kind of looking out, and when you look out, you just kind of see through the spot a huge range of mountains that kind of extends out, and you see that kind of like shimmer of heat just kind of in front of them. It's almost like a mirage, and just a huge string of mountains heading outward.
Are we all seeing that?
Yeah.
Were these mountains that were there before?
When you're looking and you kind of come up here, like these, like you realize you're looking at a different mountain range.
Found it.
It's this area probably about 15 feet across that you're seeing this in.
Detect magic, just for the hell of it.
Okay. When you look at it, it's not so much like you're not so much seeing magic, but it's like seeing like another, like it becomes like that outline becomes very stark, and there's almost this weird kind of like distorted spatial effect that kind of, when you look through it, it kind of like almost like ebbs a little bit, and you just kind of see like this, where like the world in front of you almost gets like thin and translucent, so you like see like part of like the real mountain here, but like right as it just kind of like bleeds out, and then there's this almost like a hole that you're looking into, and there's just mountains.
Is there a focal point where this emanates from?
It seems to kind of, looking at it here, so you come up and it's flat, and you're looking like off to the right. There is ground that kind of looks like it goes around it. From this angle, it just looks like almost like a flat piece.
Can I find like a rock or a stick?
Uh-huh.
And how far away is this?
From you guys right now, as you saw, probably about 15, 20 feet.
I want to try and throw that through.
Okay. You throw it through, and it disappears for like the briefest instant, and then you just see it, and then it just kind of drops off out of sight.
I think we found it.
Yup.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure of that. I'm gonna skirt around the edge of it.
It kind of, when you start to move around it, it's such an odd effect. It seems to be in this kind of, this area, probably vaguely circle of about 20 feet across, but as you move around and like you get to where you're where you would be looking back down, you look out, and there's you're kind of looking down like the slope of a mountain.
Alright, do I see any like cities or settlements?
You mean investigation roll?
Do you want it to be perception or investigation?
Investigation.
Ooh, that was almost a nat one. That's a 23.
23.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
So
5.
these mountains are huge, and you see. At first, you're like, no, that can't be a structure. It's 2, and then you're like, no, that's a few buildings, and you see like a few buildings that most, and there's some rubble around it, so you guess it may be in front of a few others, but they have to be enormous for for how far away they look, like they're enormous.
I think there's big buildings down there. Perhaps giant. I was correct. There's definitely giants. It's all giants all the time. I don't know. There's buildings. Anybody else see this? Hello?
Yeah.
Definitely giants.
This seems like a whole can of worms.
As you're sitting
Hand
there,
snakes.
you're kind of watching this, and the sun slowly kind of gets covered by clouds, and as that kind of like shadow passes, you just see this kind of like, you particularly would just kind of see it like almost just kind of like start to like peel closed, and it kind of, that other world becomes very like translucent and faded, and you find yourself looking down the mountain, and you kind of stand there for a minute, and as like the clouds begin to pass again, you see this spot kind of, you see like a shimmer come off of kind of from above you. There's almost like a flash of something, and then just kind of like almost like raining down like dust motes. It just slowly starts to open back up as the sun comes back through.
Okay, do I make the connection that when the sun's out, it's out?
Yeah.
Solar powered.
Sun's
Sun's
out,
out, guns
pull's
out.
out.
Okay, so it's solar powered.
Okay.
Cool. So if we can just shut the sun off, problem solved.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We just get a really big umbrella.
Mm-hmm. Do we want to go in? Is that a... You speak giant.
I do.
I
but
don't think
apparently
that's
no
a
one likes
good
it.
idea.
Yeah.
I think that's a terrible idea.
I want to camp out for a little bit, see what's going on, and then if nothing's going on, we can just leave.
You hear kind of like a little bit of like a shake, like this like low rumble, but it kind of comes through strange, and then you hear like of like the sound of something moving. You guys are kind of standing in front of it right now. What are you doing?
Running off
cover?
the side.
Not
Okay.
being in front of it.
Cover.
You
Absolutely.
hear the rumble gets louder, and you see just this huge stone just kind of like roll and bounce and just kind of just go end over end and just start smashing down, and a few small ones pass after it. And like as the rumbling ends, the rocks stop coming through. And you just see just like huge rocks that just kind of like start falling down that path you came.
From the perspective that I had, did it look like anything had launched them nearby, or if they fell off of something, or like do I see any...
Your naturey, it felt like it was probably like a rock slide.
Okay. Cool. So I think that was a rock slide. I didn't see anything throw it.
Okay. So there's just no solution if it's just like a natural rock slide?
Unless we have explosives. We pop it and we
Oh,
explode it all, and
that's
then...
going to be received well.
I'm only kidding. I don't actually mean that.
Does mining cause rock slides sometimes?
Only if you're particularly bad at it.
Yeah. And usually not real high up in the mountains.
Okay.
Didn't the captain say they had just kind of gone to a new area for mining? Or did I misremember that?
Yeah, they're not doing as much mining, but like down here, like you can see where there are some, like it looked like they were starting to like till fields where you guys had been, and like where those stones were, like it was just like probably like another like couple 100 yards up, like the field had started, and then like this stone's there, and it's clear that somebody was like, no, fuck this, I'm out, and they just stopped tilling.
The stones that came through just now, they kind of just rolled and ended up at the bottom of the hill or somewhere on this hill?
Like the one that came through it, like came through like from like the top of the hole and like caught like the very top of the lip and just started like, it came down at like a pretty quick.
Did it end all the way in the field?
The big one gets to like the bottom of the mountain, but not quite all the way to the field. But it definitely like, it didn't get as far, but it got off of the mountain.
Did it look like it dug into the ground though?
It definitely it left a furrow, like where you guys were, where that spot tipped off. There's now like a bit of a furrow there, like there's like a chunk of brown.
Similar to the one that ended up. Okay.
And there's some lilacs like right in that spot. They just have like grown in like two little lines.
I mean,
Alright.
either we can camp out, we can leave, or we can go in.
Maybe I'll just pop my head in there and see where it's coming from. Tie a rope around me. Pull me out if I have to.
Is that how portals work?
I don't know. Well, clearly things are coming out of it.
True.
Did
The snake did just go back through.
Alright, fuck it. I'm going in. Sorry.
All right.
Hold on.
I'm already like,
Take out some rope.
Okay.
right.
Give me your
Don't
survival
fuck with the
roll.
outfit.
Don't be weird about this. It's hemp rope, by the way.
I will be very weird about it, but I'll save it for later in your dreams.
No, you won't. 16.
16. Okay. So you've got a rope tied around you, and you're just gonna like walk through.
I'm gonna dip my toe like I'm testing the water.
There is this kind of like, as you put your foot through, there's this kind of like weird disconnect, and you're having a hard time telling what's through it.
Ow! Whatever. And I'm gonna walk through.
Who's holding the rope?
Me.
Okay.
I'll hold on to it too.
The two of you are holding it? Okay.
Oh god, is gravity weird?
Oh, you're walking through?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a dex save.
I'm gonna, like, in anticipation.
Just kind of like dig in.
I just realized you described the rock we threw and it's just like dropping off.
Give me a strength save. Advantage.
Strength save?
Yeah. What? Did you roll a 1?
I rolled a 1!
That is fantastic.
Nicholas, roll.
Timing is everything.
Oh my god, this is how Gideon dies.
23.
No,
Okay.
Going out with something.
You see Gideon step through, and there's that brief instant, and then just he drops out of sight. You feel the rope immediately slacken, and you hear whack, and just probably like a shout as you kind of go through. You go forward, and the way they pull you, the rope kind of moves around, so you're now like just like facing forward, and you just swing like upside down right into like a sheer cliff face.
Oh, alright, so I'm nursing my face. Oh.
And like he's like pull like you like all the weight of Gideon is now on the rope. Like
Gideon?
you feel it like pulling.
Gideon?
Ow!
Should
Wait, just wait. Can they hear me?
It when you can each hear each other, but it comes through like kind of like muffled and tinny.
Okay, through my pain and shame, which is usual, I'm gonna look around. What do I see? Why am I...
You look out and it looks like you're kind of like you're on like the edge, like you basically like step off of like a little bit of like a cliff ledge. You can see kind of like looking back up, this mountain goes up for a ways, and it kind of just like you're on like the downslope, and it's not nearly the nice jaunt that it would be. This would be like a mountain climbing mountain.
Good.
And you've got a better view. You are in, like, these are the largest mountains you have ever seen. Like, they are, like, you're out there, and it's actually a little bit tough. Like, it's not, you can't breathe, but it's tough. Like, you can feel that the air is, like, thin up here.
Okay. So, I've smashed my face, air is thin. It's a bad cliff face. I think I've learned everything I need to, yeah?
Okay.
So, like, anything catches my eye.
You do see that those structures, you can see them a little bit better now. It looks to be, you're guessing like a town of some sort that was down there, but most of it is destroyed. There is there was like a large obelisk-like structure that has just been completely toppled. It probably stood 300-400 feet tall would be your guess with how, and it's just like it's been knocked down, and it just landed through a large portion of this town and just.
So the town looks abandoned, like
Yes,
destroyed.
yeah.
Oh. All right. On the obelisk, Do I see any symbols or symbolism?
You'd probably see some runes in Giant.
I speak and I assume read Giantish.
It would be some sort of protective spell. Like you're not,
Oh,
you're
it did
missing
its job
parts.
then.
Didn't work too good.
Nope.
Well, I mean, it's broken, so now it's definitely not working.
Alright, pull me back.
And like, it's kind of weird when you go to like pull him back up. It's like looking through like a parallax where like he comes through, but almost like at a slightly different angle than you expect, and like his face is all like dusty. There's a little bit of blood running down from his nose. Like there's basically dust from like here up.
Worth it.
What happened?
I don't know, actually. Okay, this mountain is gigantic. We're not at the top in the other world. It's fucking huge. And sheer. It's a mountain climb. We aren't climbing down that with our current equipment anyway.
Okay.
And then there was that town destroyed. Giant obelisk with a protection spell or something fell and took out half the town, so...
And as you kind of pull him back through, another large cloud just kind of comes through, and you watch the waves just kind of slowly dissipate.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Had that
man.
happened, maybe the rope would have broken.
That
And
could've
maybe
been
I would have died.
Really bad.
So I'm gonna process this just near-death encounter, just for a second.
Ah!
Okay, that got me, Nadia. See?
Wow. While you process your near-death encounter, you want to take a short break?
Yeah.
I need that time to process.
I need some water.
Fuck yeah, me too.
Hey, thanks for watching, y'all. We'll be back very, very shortly. Hydrate. You know,
Or-
go to the bathroom.
Dihydrate.
Or
Yeah,
hydrate.
hydrate.
Or dehydrate.
It's always an
Mostly just
option.
hydrate. Alright, we'll be back. And we're back.
We're back with our heroes
And return.
sitting in the mountains. The Man. has the portal to Lamania has at least temporarily closed, and Gideon is relieved that he was not on the other side
Yep, very much.
when it did.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
So he is dealing with an existential crisis as we return.
Yeah, how's that going for you?
Ah! No, it's fine. I feel
Have
fine,
you,
honestly.
Have you never, like, come close to dying before?
You know, I've just believed I've been immortal this whole time.
He's come close to dying a few times.
Literally. Several.
It's good for the bones.
Really is.
I mean, you're the master of dying multiple times. You got me beat.
The only time I came close to dying was when
What a great
we all first
Competition to win at.
Your body's just made
See you
of
there.
bones.
Finish.
No, it's mostly shrapnel.
Oh, okay.
It's fish bones.
I'm gonna clap you on the shoulder and do a healing word,
Oh. Thank you.
even though it doesn't require touch.
Your
You
words are
cast
done
it and
for-
then slap it into him.
Hey, Gideon.
Thank you, Bulric. That's very kind of you.
Oh.
Oof. You know you're
18 damage.
big, right? I am too, but you got me beat.
I meant to use the other one, but
I
I
punched
didn't.
Gideon.
I didn't.
I tickled.
I didn't get it ready today. So, sorry.
You have to get your spells ready?
Cure wounds today?
You don't just cast randomly like I do. I just sort of make this shit up as I go.
Anyway,
Improv.
Wait, I can move around what I want to use every day.
Really?
Huh. I didn't know that.
That's wild.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
No.
No, sort of. We just know magic.
Yeah, and if
Magic
I
is weird.
I like know everything. I just have to like pick what I want to be able to channel.
No, I have to pick what I know. And then if
You know-
I try really hard to learn more things than I can know, I forget things.
Magic comes to me in a funny way. Recently, I learned the value of truth and in breaking it, and I thought I'd learn that spell we've seen people cast. That zone
yeah,
of
magic's
truth.
buck wild.
Can we-
Cool.
Can
I
we
can see
walk
that.
back
What's the
down?
plan, guys?
Yeah, what are we...
Look, I have no plan. What do we? There's nothing we can do about this.
I I don't see a solution.
I'd say tell them to cordon off the area here at every solstice or so.
At my wildest guess, perhaps that fancy obelisk had something to do with this portal and keeping it closed. Who knows? That's a wild shot in the dark. But then there's still nothing we can do. I can't rebuild an obelisk.
Oh.
Right.
Can I have a stone to talk to Edris?
Sure, we only get 3 a day. Is it important?
You know, we have yet to
She's
use 3 a
smart.
day.
Might be.
Just-
That's
I'm
me.
the keeper of the stone. I'm just making sure.
You're doing a great job.
Hypothetically, could you protect against the planes overlapping and bleeding into each other? If so, what?
Just to get this clear, I can tell who it is when you call.
I know, that's why I said hi, it's me.
That's fair. Possibly. If it seems like it could be dire or useful to your mission, then I can send somebody out to take a look at it.
She said if it seems like it's dire or useful to our mission, that she will send somebody out to take a look at it.
Yes. How useful is this?
I mean, didn't y'all literally just say like a few minutes ago this might be the make or break of helping with an alliance here?
I
the
said
whole
it-
point of us
it's-
coming up
it's
here.
Something that could help.
I don't think it's that big of a deal. You know what, at this point, we should just go back, explain what we found, say, I don't know who suggested it, but don't go there during this time of the year, and Bob's your uncle.
That giant snake was heading down the hill.
Yeah.
There won't always be a
So were
bark
the
around.
boulders.
Shit does roll downhill.
That or we just try to track some magic person down here and see if they can take a look at it and study.
Alright.
Sure.
But if we just tell them all of that, and then they find the magic person, we don't know as many magic people as I'm sure an entire city of dwarves can figure out. So let them handle it.
Exactly.
Yeah. I have no problem with that.
Perfect. Plan. Let's go before Snake tries to eat me or I fall off a cliff.
Mention the elf mining operation deal.
I mentioned everything.
I mean, what if they try and go in and pick up that mining operation and kind of set things off?
We have no... Where was that mining operation?
And what do we do about it?
I
At
mean,
some
It's
point,
not.
there's nothing we can do and it's no longer our problem.
Yeah, it's true. If they want to do that, it's kind of.
I would love to protect the natural resources there, and I would love to protect the creatures and the denizens of that world. However,
That's not even.
we can't be
my
everywhere.
Point.
I mean, like
we're-
endangering themselves or something?
And everything around. We're near the solstice. The barrier's thin. If they really anger something in there, then what's to stop it from wreaking havoc?
So we get somebody here who could study magic-wise, maybe try to set up some sort of rune obelisk to protect against it, and tell Mr. Gardman whatever that it's actually a really dire situation here. Those are the things you shouldn't do, or else you could see some serious bad consequences. You can't baby people all the time.
Is there any way we can just make some sort of barrier so that the sun doesn't touch this point? And then the portal doesn't open.
Or just put an umbrella up there.
Right, a really big, fancy parasol.
On the top of a mountain.
Whatever, it's
I'd cast-
second to martini.
Darkness up in the air, 60 feet to block the sun.
Job done, game over, let's, we're good.
I cast
Stays
magic
forever.
missile on the darkness.
The sun dies.
Jeez.
Job's done. Listen, if there ain't no sun, there ain't no flint. Just saying.
Ain't no
Hey.
nothing.
Mind blowing.
All right.
Hey, they're big guys.
So you're
let's
gonna
leave it alone.
you're gonna cast darkness and an orb of darkness. Are you basically casting it like on that spot, pretty much?
I'm casting it to block the sun, kind of like creating an eclipse, but no.
Okay.
Like a parasol,
Um,
a shadowy
parasol.
parasol.
clouds start to move, and I wouldn't say it gets totally rid of it, but it is greatly diminished. Like it's now like you would have to like probably get down and like crawl through. Like there are bits that are like where the light kind of is able to reflect off other things, and it's
Oh,
kind of, but it's
So maybe we
just
can
build a building over it.
Yep. Maybe we could just build a big old geodesic dome.
Get some rocks, slap them together with some cement. There,
Igloo time.
job's done.
Alright.
Mm.
So it sounds like we're going back and telling them that this is a thing and this is our suggestion.
Yeah.
I still think we should
Okay.
have somebody study it and see if they can magically protect against it.
Sure. I mean, we could do both of those things.
We can convince the captain that doing this is in the best interest of the safety of the city, which it is. He might listen.
Did he seem like a reasonable guy when you talked to him?
Reasonable enough.
Should be fine. If anything, Madrock might be able to talk to him. He seems to have some influence here.
Madrock's in the house.
I also don't want to keep on
Madrock's dropping in the
using
house tonight.
that.
Okay, just an idea.
so you're heading back.
I think so.
Okay. You head back to Mournstead. Once you're back in town, where are you heading?
I guess.
Guard
Go
captain.
right up to the.
Guard office?
Yeah.
Okay.
Capital.
Guy at the front counter of the guard's office. What can I do for you?
Can I speak to the captain?
About what?
About the rocks.
Oh, you figured it out?
We
Yeah.
think we may have.
All right. Captain. Another one says they fixed the rock thing.
Another one?
Another one. Who else was here?
There's a guy in town. He said that we need to send up 200 frogs, and they'll take care of the problem. Yeah, I don't know. We get all sorts of types up here.
Our number was a little different. We only got 150, but okay.
We should check our equation.
There's no frogs involved.
Oh, they're
Good.
toads, technically toads.
There's no.
Let's talk to the
I
captain.
take it you're the spokesman. Why don't you go through?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't
Yes.
be starting no trouble.
Balric, ask about the
Scouts on it.
magic
Go.
person.
They'll wave you all through.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
For what?
To get somebody up there to study, see if they can actually like make some protective magic or something.
You get to the captain's office, and he's in there just kind of looking over some paperwork. So he fixed the rock problem, apparently.
I don't know
If it-
why. I don't know why you said fixed.
If it has to do with frogs, you need to just turn around.
There's nothing with frogs.
No frogs.
You remember how I said I was kind of in touch with natural things?
Yeah, this isn't gonna be weird, is it?
It's a little weird.
Super
a little
weird.
weird, but
All right, what do we gotta do?
Captain, you know there's other planes, right?
I mean, sure, I guess.
Well, all of Quabara is kind of closely tied to one called Lamania.
Yeah, I think we learned about that a little bit in school.
Well, with how the moons are right now, the barrier in between Lamania and Quabara is smaller. It's easier for things to bleed through into...
Someone's coming through and attacking us?
No, it's not like that. It's almost like an accident.
Just kind of wandering through an open door.
Is there a way we could close this door?
Yeah, it's... We studied it for a little bit. It seems to be open due to sunlight. So if we can build
Also
something...
the time of year, though, too.
Yeah, the time of year. So if we can build something to block the sunlight from where this barrier breach happens, it should...
This is going to be something easy for us to find?
Should probably go with them.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I can send a couple builders down there. We can take a look at the site.
Yeah, that's where the rocks are coming from. They're coming through that door.
So you think if we could build something to block the door?
More or less. It probably
Essentially,
works.
like, enclose it, probably. And then the sun wouldn't shine down and actually, like, make it effective.
And people absolutely should not be crossing over because it is a door into a sheer mountainside.
I nearly fell to my death, so...
Also, bad stuff can come through.
Like what kind of bad stuff?
Snakes.
Like giant animals.
Like an 80-foot long snake that I talked into not coming towards you guys.
Oh man, maybe I should have had a breakfast ale.
You should have.
All right.
Which was your favorite?
Chocolate one.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
Tastes like chocolate chip pancakes.
Yeah, I like a sweet, something a little sweet in the morning. Yeah, I'll make a call up and we'll get some builder. We'll get somebody to go out, one of the engineers to take a look with you, and then we can get a team out there.
Probably not a bad idea to have someone who's more skilled in magic come up as well, and maybe they can figure out a way to close it or ward
Ward
it off.
it or something.
Okay. Yeah. Are you guys available soonish?
How soon?
I don't know. It should take me about half an hour to drum somebody up.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Where are you staying?
The Iron
Stone.
Yeah, the Stone Shepherd.
Shepherd.
Oh, that's a good one.
The material animal.
I'll set somebody. I'll send somebody down, and he'll. I appreciate your work, and you probably shortly after you get back down to the Shepherd. Two dwarves are gonna show up. One of the skinniest dwarves you've seen. He's got like a bunch of different, looks to be like measurement tools and a notepad, and there's another more normal, a little bit stockier dwarf, and they'll come in and you'll see them go over and talk to Shepherd, and he'll point you guys out, and they'll come over, and the skinny one, hey, I'm Byron. I'm the engineer. We're supposed to go look at some weird site.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Lead the way.
Okay.
We ride.
Okay. And head off, and you get up there a bit later, and when they see it, the two of them are just like staring at each other like, is this it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So try your best to not step in the weird illusion zone.
What happens if I do?
You fall
You
to
go
your
to the
death.
other
Die.
side.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a sheer cliff face that I nearly tumbled down to my death a few thousand feet below. So maybe don't.
Okay. And he'll start make some measurements, and the other dwarf just kind of sitting there. He pulls out a pipe and starts smoking. Moves around, looks at it. moves around to the other side, pulls out a couple things, and kind of looks to be like almost like magnifying glasses with different crystals in them, and kind of starts flipping through. All right. Well, I think I got what I need. You almost done, Byron? Yeah. Just a few more minutes, and he'll go around and he'll hammer some like pittons into the ground at different spots. And,
I'm gonna go around and like peer into that crack that I saw Seth go into.
It is like you look in and like it looks like it should go more at an angle, but like you look in and it looks like it goes like oddly deep.
Odd for an 80-foot long snake, or just odd?
Just odd, yeah. It's just kind of like the angle is like it like shifts weird. Like you put your arm in and like it's almost like the hole isn't
I'm not
quite
putting my
like.
arm in.
Oh, okay. Looking in, it almost looks like it's
Through
like
the portal, or
it's not far from it.
Definitely through it.
so did he? Wait, it's not far from the portal on the other side.
No, on this side.
So he's still here.
Mm-hmm.
Or is he? Seth?
Maybe he went out for a leisurely snack.
Beast speaker.
Oh no.
Or not.
Seth, we need to get you home.
I just dug this burrow.
I know, but you're not gonna be happy here.
And you hear kind of like a slithering, and then this just
I'm gonna turn out the doors. Don't freak out.
what about what? And then there's just like this head just kind of, and they're just the skinny one's just like, I'm not.
It's okay. It's okay.
It helps if you breathe.
This is Seth.
You named it?
No, it's his own name.
You can talk to it?
Yeah.
And it just kind of is just kind of like looking around. Its head is up, probably above most of your heads, just kind of like peeking up out of this hole.
Just like knife.
Oh.
I use minor image to
What
make
do you
myself
mean?
look gray.
I'm not home. Home.
What did you say?
I use minor image to make my Gideon's just like is now a black and white cartoon.
His old-timey Mickey Mouse.
Steamboat Gideon, they call me.
Oh my god.
I imagine it's only the front of you though. Like if you turn to the sides, you can't
Fuck
see it.
Yeah, exactly.
Where is it that you think my home is?
Where are you from exactly?
You're fine.
Tyler just said Steamboat Gideon in chat.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
Can you see this? And I'm gonna like point at the portal.
Yes.
It's through there.
Need to argue that.
He'll kind of move his head in like right here and just kind of look at you.
Is it not?
Are you lying to me?
Did you live near a town with a big pillar that fell?
The giant stone stick was far below me.
Was the town below?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're near
kind of
there,
like-
but
Kind of slither towards it.
it's
It smells familiar.
where this leads out is kind of a sheer drop, so you'll have to be very careful going through. But there's not enough food here to
If
make you happy.
I go through and I find you tricked me, I will come back and eat all of your friends.
Why is he looking at us?
And the snake just turns around and just pans across the entire group of you.
It's fine. It's fine.
And he's gonna be fully out at this point, and Like, he takes up a good portion of this upper area, and you just see him kind of slither out and goes in, and he kind of bends down and bends up and moves upwards, and then he looks upward. I found it. And you see him just kind of go up and then just, like, disappear above, like, up through the top of the portal, and you see his tail just kind of wiggle up and vanish off, and you see some, like, little rocks, like, fall down, like this way on it, and, like, some will even kind of, like, roll back through.
Oh man, he was so cool.
Oh, I did not like that.
Terrible name though. You'd think he'd have a cooler name than that.
Maybe he just likes doing the S sound.
He likes Chianti. Okay.
Do you guys have what you need?
Are there more of those?
I don't think so.
Maybe
I mean, on the other side, yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely on the other side.
We gotta get to, yeah. We gotta get this bill.
We also saw an owl that was like
6 feet tall.
Badger's like,
I didn't
Yeah,
like
the other
any
side's
of it.
crazy.
I wrestled with some baby badgers.
The larger dwarf pulls out a small horn and kind of blows into it a few times. We'll stay here and keep an eye out. And he pulls a hammer off of his belt, and the skinny one's like looks at him like he's like, yeah, we're staying. We're gonna keep on it until the building crew gets out here. And he's just, you sure? Do you guys need guides back?
That's 22 insight on the bigger dwarf.
He looks pretty freaked out.
Okay.
Sorry, buddy. We're okay.
Just don't go
How
through.
long till
Don't
the
wear
crew
bright
gets
colors,
here?
and you're fine.
Oh, they'll be up here quick.
Do you
We could just wait then, couldn't we?
Oh,
They're gonna be here real quick.
how quick?
You're fine.
Like 5 minutes?
Well, no, it takes about an hour to get up here at full run.
Sure.
It's okay. If any more snakes show up, I'll talk to them.
Okay. And
Don't get used to it.
you hang out, and
It's wild every time.
about an hour later, a bunch of dwarves come. You see them like running.
Orcs?
Yeah, really just
Orcs, many of them.
And they're coming up the hill. They've got a bunch of rams dragging some sleds, and there's just like a bunch of stone piled up on them, and they come up and you guys helping to build.
Oh, hell no.
We were just
we were
making
just-
sure they don't get eaten by
Protection.
snakes. How fast can you run?
Snakes. And he just kind of looks at the big dwarf. He's like, oh, I wasn't going to tell you there were snakes up here. He's like, start building, let's go.
Well, not anymore.
Snakes taken care of. Do not.
And like you just see like all of them just kind of like look around and immediately start like moving blocks off and start like building up, setting like the initial.
Big deal. No one step into the mirage.
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere with the giant snakes.
And if you do step into there, don't rescue your friends, because they're dead.
Tip also. Don't start from the front, because boulders will come down and go that way. Build from the sides and the back, and make a roof. Then maybe the other wall.
Good.
That's really smart. If we didn't think of that.
Sometimes I'm smart, and I nearly died in there, so I feel like I know it quite intimately.
They get to building.
And we get to skedaddling.
Yep.
Have fun.
Bye.
Thanks.
To Pizza Land.
I'm gonna go down and make sure they. Nope, you're gonna stay right. All right. And he just kind of walks back and lets
Good
you
luck,
guys head.
Byron.
Thanks. I'll learn how to talk to animals.
He's a good kid.
Yeah.
Is he a kid?
I don't know. He's either 15 or 47. I don't.
Do we go back, report to the guard captain that we're good?
No, I think
I'm sure they'll report.
they're gonna
it's fine.
report.
My
That's
only
their
thing is
job.
like maybe we'd get paid maybe,
Consultation fee.
or just doing. If we found it, we caught him, got rid of a big snake. Maybe there's money. If there's not, no big deal. But it wouldn't take too long to check.
We can check.
All right, so you're gonna go back to get a reward and then horses.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, we do need our horses.
Okay.
Where are the horses?
What?
Where are the horses?
They're
Stable.
Remember?
Stone
They're in the
stable.
back. You fools.
Oh my god. I'm out. Goodbye.
The guard captain will give you all 50 gold each.
Oh shit! There you go.
50.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks.
I nearly died. Can I have more?
Here, Gideon, you can have half of mine.
No, I really don't want to take from you, but I nearly died.
Would you say his near death was critical to the completion?
It was a pretty decent contribution.
It was.
You did.
He went through the portal for us.
Also,
I braved life and
prevented.
limb.
He'll add 15 gold.
I'll take it.
Okay.
For credit to your species.
Thank you. We gonna head out now. Hope you're all set.
I think so.
How old is Byron?
Oh, that kid,
Weird.
still pretty young, like 35.
I was right.
That is young for a dwarf.
Dwarves live like forever, so yeah.
For that,
Forever.
I mean,
Compared to
we
you,
get up there. I mean, we're no gnomes, but
I'm 137.
I am not.
Are you lying
All right,
to
let's
me?
go, guys.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Insight check.
So horses and then out of town.
I also want to insight check Gideon.
11.
Don't bother. It was another nat one.
I also got an 11.
Were you lying to me?
Huh?
No one knows. Because if you've paid any attention, he has always said a different age.
That's true.
No one knows how old he is. Not even sure he knows anymore. But you can clearly tell he's lying.
Yeah.
Every time.
Oh god, I need to stay.
Yeah, that would be better. Yeah. All right. So it's not late in the day, but it is a little bit later. Like it's like probably about 3 o'clock right now.
Do we want to stay another night? How do we want to handle this?
What time does it get dark in like this area when we're out of the mountain?
About 8:39.
So we could get like a good 5-6 hours of traveling.
Yeah.
All right.
It might be worth going. I have our shelter. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
Sure.
honestly.
I forgot about the gnome.
The horses.
Shepherd, can you give me a cask of a breakfast ale?
Let me see what I got in the back. What are you looking for?
Horses
Horses?
are back.
Horses, but I also really want the raspberry one, if
Oh.
that's fine. That was my favorite, sweet and tart, and
I'm a fan of the raspberry.
I'll see what I got. And he'll
The horses have been resting for a few days. We could probably go a bit faster and try to cover more ground.
Yeah.
probably.
all right. And he'll come out with a full or a half.
I'm sorry, what?
A full or a half cap.
Oh, I didn't understand the words you're saying. What's a half cost me?
Also, how heavy is it?
He'll point in like the half cask is like this big, and then 15 gold.
Oh, then I'll take a half, certainly.
Okay.
Yeah.
I made this extra 15 because I nearly died today, so I might as well spend it on booze.
We can get another one.
Who's? Oh, you have a bag of holding.
You
How many pounds?
cannot. He'll point to the other cask. It's wider than the mouth of the bag. Like it's like a
okay.
it's like a almost like a barrel on its side.
Why don't we just stick this one in there?
Yeah.
I mean, you could
whole
probably
game.
a full cask. Oof. You're gonna get tired
mean,
carrying that around.
How many half casks do you have?
How about we just get
I
cups
could
to
do
go?
one more.
Deal.
All right, that's 30 gold.
Okay.
Make that one the chocolate.
Mm-hmm. Raspberry and chocolate.
Okay, he'll come out and
I already
he'll-
paid 15, so you paid the other 15.
Okay. Boric, the beer dispenser. All right.
Yes.
Do you want to add those to inventory?
So you've got ale.
You can just do possessions and then just like write.
You're an alcoholic?
Fuck it.
Well,
I'm not an alcoholic.
Everybody's drinking hard. And you make your way out of town.
In-game.
So are you taking the road at all, or are you guys going pretty straight there?
What's the terrain like straight there?
The first couple hours it's a little bit hilly, but it's pretty open.
Does it look dangerous for our horses to take?
No. I mean, I wouldn't
be
like...
able to go like fast enough.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to go at like full speed, but you could go at whatever is like a medium speed for a horse.
A trot.
87 miles per hour.
What's after a trot?
Canter.
And then a run?
Gallop.
A gallop, okay.
Canter.
You could probably canter in about an hour or two outside of town.
Well, why don't we just go that way and cut as much time as we can?
Okay.
Okay. So you start making
No man.
through the low or the
Bog
foothills. By the end of the night, you're back to like the edge of the forest. You can see you're kind of coming up on like a little bit of a crest. You can see a camp off to the right that looks to be settled down. A couple wagons to the left, and just kind of the forest ahead of you. Right now, you're in the high ground.
We could camp close to these other camps. It's probably safer.
I was gonna say, considering every single time we try to stay away from camps, we're usually like either ambushed or spied upon. So
Yeah. Especially if we don't have a campfire, then other camps would be the target before us.
We should maybe check ahead and make sure they're not Crown's Guard first.
Oh.
I could do that.
Well, why don't you and Maul go? You're both quite stealthy and...
Sounds good.
I mean, he's kind of recognizable though.
Am I?
I mean, if we're thinking that Flint like knows
Well,
you're a thing now.
if they don't see me, they can't recognize me.
Okay.
Okay.
just be extra sneaky.
I'll put the hood up.
Okay. So you're gonna be sneaky.
I'll look the same, but just an elf.
Okay.
Ah!
28. Natural 20.
12.
12. Okay.
Really bad. Oh.
Yeah, you have a bunch
do
of
have
them.
one.
Oh yeah, I'll use one.
Stack. Get stacks on stacks.
What did I say?
12.
Oh, 16.
16. Okay.
All Crown's Guard all recognize you, we're all dead.
What camp are you heading towards first?
Whichever one
Closest.
is closer, I guess.
Okay, so probably the open camp.
And I do have my like hood on, so you can't really like see my whole
Yeah.
face.
You Oh, actually. hold on. Okay. You get down close and you can hear just kind of like laughing and joking, and you hear kind of like a deep voice. All right, this is your share. It's yours, and just kind of divvies it out. And good job, everyone. And we'll get some rest, and we'll be back out in the morning.
Dude, they look like bandits.
They all look to be armed. They don't seem to be wearing a uniform of any type. Armor is decent and weapons don't look bad.
Do we see that orc that came to ask for a blessing before?
No.
Okay.
Good question.
Smart.
I'll go talk to
And yeah, they're just kind of, they're cleaning gear, and they look, they don't have a whole lot with them. Like, you see some bedrolls. You're not seeing horses. There's 6 of them. Kind of a motley crew of people.
But they look like fairly decent. Like their gear is decent.
Their gear is decent, yeah.
Is it the Fellowship of the Ring?
It's probably Mercs.
Yeah. Next one.
Yeah.
Okay.
New stealth roll.
No.
You get over towards the other one, and you see that young orc sitting in like the back of a wagon. There's a couple humans, some gnomes. It looks like there's no name on it, but you wouldn't be surprised if it was like a merchant caravan. It's kind of somewhat plainly colored, but everything's in really good repair. There are no actual like windows on the back of the wagons. It definitely kind of... The thought is maybe that they're hauling something and they're trying to be fairly discreet. And you see a few other armed people just kind of sitting around. There's 2 awake at the moment. The rest seem to be kind of bedded down.
I see the orc
Yeah.
from earlier. If you want to wait here, I could go talk to him.
Sure.
If they attack, I'm really fast.
Okay.
I'm just... If they know we're here and they're
Yeah.
not bad, that's better for us.
Not being discovered is better for us, I think.
Then we're gonna have to push past the whole group stealthily and camp where they can't see us.
Okay. Is there another camp around, or is it just those 2?
Those are the only ones that you see nearby, yeah.
Okay. I'll stay in the back.
Okay. I will walk up, hands up, pull the hood back, and walk into like the camp a little bit slowly.
He'll kind of, you'll get close and you'll see, like, before he looks up at you, his hand will move to the pommel and who goes there? Oh.
Yeah, from the pub.
Yeah.
Tavern.
What's up?
Didn't want to sneak up on you.
Probably wise.
This is just a mercenary group, right? Y'all aren't. We're thinking of camping nearby. We just wanted to check in and see if it's cool.
Yeah. I mean, just don't come over into camp.
Or, I mean, I could have come running in. I don't know.
Yeah,
This is
no,
the
no.
best thing I could.
No, you're fine. I mean, Cleric and his band, I mean, always welcome out here.
The other group, the other camp.
Yeah.
They with you?
No.
Do you know anything about them?
No, they came up a little, maybe about an hour or so ago. Settled in. My guess is they came from the kind of shortcutting up through the woods, but
Yeah, they were divvying up a cut, but they don't seem too shabby. I'm guessing mercs, but
yeah, just watch out. I mean, thanks for the heads up. I mean, there have been a few
right.
things on the roads lately.
We'll camp closer to you then. If anything shifty goes on, we'll be nearby.
All right. Your name?
Istvan.
Godrak. It's a pleasure. And he'll stand up and he'll shake you with what was clearly his sword hand. And all right. Well, do you think the cleric would be willing to give us a blessing when we head off tomorrow?
I mean, he can try. I don't know if you noticed. He's kind of... he's new.
Oh.
Yeah.
Doesn't
know all the prayers yet. He's got the scriptures.
Oh, must be out on his, his whatever they call that, that starting
Pilgrimage,
journey. Yeah.
something,
I know a bunch of the host guys will kind of move around to towns.
He tries.
That sums me up.
All right.
There are 5 of us.
Okay. Same 5 that were at the...
Yep.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah.
And he'll just he'll move back and sit back down on the wagon.
Do you guys feel like Gideon just got insulted?
I don't see how that was an insult.
I don't know. Gideon,
So-
are your ears ringing?
Almost always.
That might be
Welcome back.
tinnitus.
Oh no.
Two groups not together.
Yeah.
Our buddy does not know who they are.
Oh, okay.
I figured we camp on the other side of these guys. Strength in numbers,
Definitely.
yada
yeah.
yada.
Yeah,
Alright.
I'm done.
Okay.
I may have said my real name.
Is that...
I don't know how bad that could be. I doubt he knows anything about me.
is...
I just kind of wanted to.
Do you want to keep on doing that?
I don't know. I haven't actually said it to a random person in a long time.
It's a good name. Istvan.
I don't know if I feel lighter or not. I was hoping that I would feel lighter.
Yeah. Maybe practice?
I don't know. We should probably get the group in camp so we can get going again.
Okay. So you get back to the group and it doesn't only take a few minutes to get back. I'm assuming just kind of relaying everything that you've already...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Two groups don't know each other. Orc buddy is there. He's going to expect a prayer in the morning.
Perfect.
Father.
You good on your own this time?
I mean, I always am. In fact, I would usually get things done if people didn't interrupt and say, "Gideon, stop lying." Then I would succeed more.
Yeah. Usually it's funny.
I see excuses.
But
I'm sure you do.
the plan: set up the dome close to our buddy's camp, just in case these other guys get rowdy.
Okay.
All right, sure.
Do you
We don't have to be
expect
right
them
on top of them. I don't know.
All right, well, let's go over there and I'll just cast the dome, no problem.
Okay.
There's
So-
trees around.
Probably like
You would have to kind of go across the road and they're not very dense. Like, you're like right at the edge of the forest.
I would say
That
So, like-
group was like, when you guys were coming up, they were closer, but they were like across what would be like the start of a road up here, and the other group was down this way a little bit. So being in the trees, you would either be across from the orcs, or you'd be across the road from the other party, but on the same side of the road as the six.
my opinion is having our buddies camp between us and the mercs.
So you're gonna go past
Yeah.
them?
Opinion. Yeah.
That's
Okay.
fine with me.
Okay.
How dangerous did they look?
They had decent gear. They clearly had just completed some sort of paying job, so they're not bottom of the barrel or anything.
You can probably hear like laughing, and like you're hearing what sounds to be some okay music, definitely off key and a little bit off of time.
Awful. You think it would be weird if I just showed up and started playing music for them?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm fine with weird personally. Do you think it's dangerous?
Maybe.
Potentially?
I'm still good with that.
Have fun.
What if I go as the priest?
You would definitely die if you went as the priest.
Clearly they like me.
Don't.
What sage advice? It's fine. I'm not gonna do it anyways.
Okay.
Alright.
So go past the orc camp and
Ritual cast Liam and Tiny Hut.
domes up.
Thumbs up.
I make it do that sound.
Okay. Any watches?
Two.
2 watches?
Oh, I mean,
I
you do
want
too.
it to be second.
I will be last watch.
Okay.
I guess.
you can do it at the same time as me.
I'll do second one.
I am
Okay.
going to, before we go to bed, I'm going to cast Sending to Leander. Hello there.
To whom it will concern.
Anything new? Shiad, okay? You, okay? Do you miss me? I miss you. Is the show running? Love.
You wait for a minute, and then you hear nothing new. Shad's getting better. Miss you too. We decided to maybe to be a little bit more low key. And that's all you get.
Okay, that's, yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Sending to Shiad.
Okay.
They know, I know, what you did, what you've done. That's it.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Right, cool.
You get no response.
This is not a time to be doing that.
And y'all yell at me.
Y'all don't know this is happening.
They still yell
Fair.
at me.
Okay.
That's...
Were you doing this before you went to bed?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Gonna sleep on that.
So you're doing first watch?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is a 22.
22. Okay. You hear the other camp definitely go quiet next to you, but you can still definitely hear a bit of laughing and joking into the evening, and you see the campfire start to go down near the end of your watch, and you see one of the figures kind of come out of the camp and just kind of looks to do like a walk around the perimeter a couple of times, and then goes to bed. And that's it for your watch.
Who's taking second? Is it both of you? Got you both awake. Everything was quiet. They looked to have gone to bed. One did a quick walk around the edge of the camp and
Perimeter
then
sweep.
But
Alright.
that's it.
Thank you, alright.
Go to bed.
Okay. Evening goes off without a hitch.
Okay.
Nice and quiet.
Walk away from Maul.
Okay. You leaving the dome?
Oh, have we been taking watch in the dome?
Yeah, because you can see
Yeah.
outside it.
Mm-hmm.
The dome is not very big. It's only like a 20-foot circle.
No, but I'm gonna just stare at Angel's Light and think about Vallista real hard.
Okay.
Real hard.
Are you thinking anything in particular?
That I have questions? Yeah.
You you're thinking, and it feels like something tries to come back, but it kind of, you're getting like the crappiest static. It's like looking through the static and trying to get an image, but you're not able to pull exactly what it is. It's like this whatever she's casting towards you just isn't making it all the way.
I gotta go pee. Dip outside the dome.
Okay.
Okay.
See if it changes.
Yes.
Okay.
Well?
I'm gonna ask her in my head if she could know if certain people have ties and deals similar to what we have.
It's up to me. And I mean, maybe a little bit of a bargain.
What?
Maybe a little bit of a bargain if you're looking for more information.
Bargain for what?
I just want an opportunity to show you something.
I don't think that's possible right now.
It doesn't have to be right now. But would you at least be open to seeing what I have to show you?
Is it gonna be dangerous to me?
I do not think so. I think it would be maybe a bit enlightening to you. But I don't want to spoil the surprise too quickly.
What the hell was that laugh?
What?
Did you guys not hear that?
Her phone went off.
That was you?
Oh, I chuckled.
Oh, that scared the shit out of me.
Nice.
You're welcome.
I'm sorry.
Zombie on.
How about this? If you would like to give me names, I will give you a night to think on it. And you can contact me tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay? You're gonna give her names?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll be in touch, my dear. And whatever it was you were doing, it's getting in the way of me talking back to you. Whatever you're doing now would probably be beneficial.
I'm peeing right now, but okay.
And there's no response after that.
Talking on the phone, sitting on the toilet.
Not actually peeing.
Okay.
Fuck that bitch. I'll go back inside the dome.
Okay. Nancy comes back a few minutes later. Okay.
I'm not gonna comment on her peeing, so.
Okay. Your watch goes through.
There you go.
Wake her
Okay.
up, gentle. Just pet.
Oh yeah.
Gentle pet.
Oh, like yeah.
Just kick your
Yeah.
boot a little bit. Watch time.
Okay.
So far nothing.
It's
I think
high
Baller had to report with a
moon.
perimeter sweep by one guy, and then it looked like they all went to bed.
Yeah, pretty standard.
Okay.
Cool. I will take watch.
Okay.
It's not great. 12.
Okay. Watch is pretty quiet. You notice the camp next to you. They start to stir a bit early.
I will do a perimeter sweep.
So you're gonna go outside of the dome. And,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And try to look scary while I'm doing it.
Okay. Are you gonna do? Would you like to make an intimidation roll?
Sure, I would love to make it.
Go for it.
What?
I don't think these roll dice in response.
14?
14. Okay. You're kind of looking all stoic, and you come around and you hear a voice kind of, well, the voice, Good morning. Gnome just kind of waves.
Good morning to you. What are you doing here?
He's kind of just like, oh, we just woke up. I was watching what you were doing.
Yeah?
Any trouble out there?
You're watching me, huh?
Yes, you were walking around a large... What color is the dome?
I would have made it like a pale yellow because we're in plains, right?
Okay, yeah. You're walking around a yellow dome.
Yes, this is my bubble.
No, it is not. I mean, you may be staying in it, but it is not yours. If you were outside of it, it wouldn't be there.
Oh, but I own the person who made it, so it is my bubble.
Oh my god.
And he looks a little bit...
And suddenly slavery is okay.
You
Wait, it's illegal in Eberron? Oh.
you shouldn't say that out loud. You know that the treaty made that illegal.
Well, I don't, like, own him, but, like, I hold his underpants up. So I wear the pants in this relationship. You know what I mean?
Oh, he is your husband.
No!
Is
Yes.
this like,
Darling.
Yes.
loud enough for me to hear?
At this point, yeah, probably you can probably hear. And he's probably coming a bit closer. He's smoking a pipe.
Just from inside the dome.
No and yes and no. But and I cannot emphasize this enough, no.
Okay. Well, no, I was just curious to what you were doing. I mean,
Okay.
yeah. Well, we're gonna have to go get ready to pack up and leave.
Excellent.
Have a great day,
You too, sir.
ma'am.
Sir, ma'am?
I will enter the dome once more.
You've probably all been. You're probably all awake at this point and caught like the trail end of that conversation.
Mr. Ma'am.
Mr. Doctor.
Have you come to retrieve your husband?
Wait, you're married?
I want a divorce.
Oh,
I
so
want one
sudden.
first.
The backlash. We should probably get going.
Yeah.
I have to go give them a prayer.
Yeah.
So excuse me a minute.
Oh, I want to watch
Disguise
this.
self.
I'm going
Okay.
with him.
I'm watching.
I'm gonna do this seriously. They take
we're
it
getting ready to
seriously.
go and leaving, so we're going
They
with
need
you.
a blessing.
They do. They
You
need a blessing.
you walk out of the dome and like as you walk out, that typical just kind of like shower of shimmer behind you.
Alright, I have disguised self into the same priest, cleric, whatever.
He doesn't even know.
When the dome comes down, there's a bit of a shimmer that goes across the ground too as like dew settles from the change in temperature.
Cool.
Oh.
That's fun.
It's where I peed.
Oh my god.
That explains the
lot of
pale
pee.
yellow of the
There's
dome.
a lot of pee.
Yeah.
It's the pea dome. Alright, I'm going to walk into the encampment like I own the place.
Ah, I told you.
Gather around now, please, and I shall give you a blessing.
I
Throw my phone.
certainly gather around.
They'll come down and they'll kneel down a bit and kind of bow their heads.
In the name of the sovereign host, I bless these people and their venture. May their roads be free of danger, may their eyes be sharp, and may they overcome all obstacles that come their way. Go in peace, and may you find great glory. And then I'm going to use prestidigitation to just make myself glow.
While he does this,
Oh, bitch.
Okay.
I am going to cast Minor Illusion and make it look like there is some very ominous shadow-looking stuff happening behind him, and directly behind him, it's kind of like, you know how like Vulpix has all the tails, and they're just like whipping and waving.
Hentai-tentacles.
And I'm gonna change the way light goes on his face, so it's like it's very Hitchcock style, and it's gonna like slowly fade in. Oh, that'll be it.
Oh, is that all?
Yeah.
Nothing at all.
Okay.
Do your lights cancel each other out and there's just a shadow across his nose?
Just like the flashlight up under the face.
Yeah, well, I make a leaf fall with Druidcraft, so.
I make
The
a
illusion
body fall with
starts
all
going
of
on,
it.
and then you just see it kind of just dissipate. And you notice one of the gnomes just looking at you, and he looks upset.
Aww.
You look upset at me?
No. He's looking over at you and thank you for your blessing.
My children.
And he's
That's it.
he's gonna.
Sometimes you gotta sell it.
He'll walk up and he'll be like, thank you, and he'll press a coin into your hand, and your acolytes may need to be punished.
Thank you for bringing this to my attention. She has been a troublemaker ever since I got her from the orphanage.
It is
It's a sad
disrespectful to
story.
do such a thing during prayer.
You must give her some allowances. She was raised by cultists, and she has come to not appreciate religion, so I thought best to take her on the road and see what true peace can bring you.
None of y'all know that, technically.
You are most benevolent. We thank you again.
Thank you for your donation. How much you give me?
He gave you a gold.
Alright.
Oh. I'll take it.
Is it sacrilege if you pretend to be a man of the Lord? They get paid for it?
Yeah.
A little.
It's Man of the Lords. So,
Man of the gods.
Lords of the Flies.
God of War. Boy.
Come on, everyone, let's go. And he'll get everybody. You should listen and learn.
The one who gave me the coin, when I touched his hands and I thanked him, I want to give him a bardic inspiration. I want him to feel like that.
Wow.
Okay.
Is the orc still around?
Yeah, he gets up after the prayer and he, makes sure that all of his equipment's there. He goes up towards the back, pulls off a crossbow kind of off the side, checks it out, makes sure his quiver, pulls the quiver off, hooks it on, and gets ready to post guard.
Alright, do the same thing again. Hey. Good luck again, man.
Hey, thanks. And he climbs up and he gets up on top of one of the wagons and he goes over and lifts up a little bit of a board and folds back a little bit of a seat and gets up in a position.
Shotgun?
He's basically got almost like a little platform up at the top of the wagon with a little bit of front cover on it.
while all this is happening, I'm going to be looking towards the other group.
Okay. Doing what? Just watching them?
Just watching.
Okay. They look to be watching.
Is everybody just staring at each other with telescopes?
How about that?
How about that? Would you like to roll anything?
Guess, can I tell anything from their body language? Or
Give me an insight roll.
I switched my D4 shape. I like it a lot.
trying to think what white arc. There's 6 of them.
Yes. And there's one of you.
Uh-huh.
So, do you want me to divide the roll by 6?
Multiply
No.
by 6.
No.
Multiply it by 6. 12.
12.
72.
There's a little bit of discussion between, you're guessing maybe a hobgoblin and another one of the figures that's cloaked. And they're kind of towards the front of the camp and just they're kind of looking over and they talk back and forth a bit, and then one of them kind of nod and they'll head back over to the rest of their group and begin finishing up breaking down their camp.
Okay.
And then the caravan's gonna start to head off.
What direction are we going in?
They're going north. You're going to be going. I think it's east by southeast, but it may be south by
I think
southeast.
it was south by southeast.
Are they
think it
going
is.
to Mournstead?
No, they're kind of off. It looks like they're going to leave Kabara.
Oh.
Going north.
They're going north. Yeah.
So to the principalities, where money keeps getting shifted.
Alright, so we murder
Crack
all
open
of
that
them.
carriage.
Probably more to Plains first.
Yeah.
Did it look like? Could we insinuate the direction they came from?
Well, I guess they would have come from
I will
Mournstead,
track
actually, 'cause
footprints
that's where
if I
the
have
orc
to.
was from, right?
Yeah, they with where they were going. Yeah, it looks like they basically came out and they're going to take a road north.
These might be principalities then.
In the mercenary group.
They have not left yet. How long are you hanging out here?
Probably start packing up, right? We're pretty quickly ready to
Yeah.
go.
I'm just worried that they're gonna follow the caravan.
They were. I mean, it was kind of a spectacle, but they were watching
Right.
that.
Yeah.
Why don't we
They won't
ride
attack. They'll see that's
slowly.
blessed.
Yeah, let's
Ride
take our sweet
past them and just follow them for a bit, if anything? We cut some time off going straight instead of on the road, so.
Sure.
They'll pack up and they will begin heading north.
Oh shit. Well, we could either just let the world rotate as it will and we keep doing what we're doing, or we could follow them and maybe nothing happens.
Well, it's too bad we can't send a message or something to the other group and say, hey, you're being followed.
I could send a message
You can.
Yeah.
Since when?
since yesterday.
Convenient. You should maybe do that then.
Yeah. If you're good with me.
Oh, we could use the sending stone too, I think.
No, that's
This only goes-
Just the
only-
address.
Yeah.
Okay. Never mind. I didn't say that because I knew that.
I wasn't wrong because I was
You
right.
can't retcon that shit.
Yes, I can. I just did.
a long rest.
Oh, yeah, make sure everybody had taken their long rest from our...
I
I
will
don't think I used anything.
Maybe.
send a message to the orc
Yeah.
kid.
Okay.
What was his name?
Gorak.
Gorak. This is one of the friendly group. You are being followed and possibly in danger. Stay alert.
Thank you. Will do.
He said, "Will do."
Alright.
Okay. The group's gonna pass you as they're heading north, and the hobgoblin with a big two-handed sword just kind of he walks by, just kind of give you all a nod. Morning.
Morning.
Blessed day.
Morning.
Recognize them at all?
No.
He doesn't have similar markings to those other hobgoblins we dealt with.
He does not.
What's his name in the group?
Huh?
What other kind of folk are in the group?
What kind of other folk are in the group? There's actually, this one would catch you a little bit. There is a very, stocky figure who's with them. It's you've only seen one of these people before in your entire life. And there is a hippo man with them.
Oh shit.
A human, the hobgoblin. Hold on, because I wrote down what all they were, and then I forgot to have it up when you
Is the
asked.
stocky man a Goliath?
No. The short stocky man, that was the hippo man.
Oh, okay.
I got him here. Hold on.
I still look like
Load.
I'm gonna ride that out for the hour.
There is a halfling, an elf,
Damn.
and a second human.
Oh, ruined.
Humans.
You were almost original.
Is the gift totem? Is he strapped?
He has a what looks to be like a little small wooden cask on one side, weird kind of metal sphere with looks to be like a piece of rope coming out of it, and not super fancy like Aster's, but he's got a good sized flintlock pistol.
Nice.
And yeah, they just kind of head down the road.
Where y'all going?
The halfling will look over. North? What about you?
Not north.
Well, look at that. You're even more vague than we are.
You know,
Ain't
not
so
to be
sure.
weird, but weird. I don't meet many GIF. Only one, actually.
There ain't many of us, but, you know, there are a few.
You are all the same
At
in the
least
eyes of the
from my
sovereign.
one example, you're great.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You do?
You too.
Watch
Blessings.
the roads. It's Kabara. Probably the most dangerous place around. And they just kind of...
Yeah, we know.
It's
We get there's a lot of people that aren't from the area up in the Northlands here.
Oh, gee, yeah. I guess so.
A lot of travelers in between.
we appreciate it.
Sorry.
No, I assumed the one over there. I mean, I assumed ship guy coming, you know, port leave or something.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're ever up in Regalport, you know.
Where's that?
It's in the Principalities. It's like there's a couple of us GIF up there.
Have I been there?
You maybe that is a ways up
A little
there.
too north.
Yeah, maybe a
That's
little bit
fair.
further north than you would.
Fair.
You probably did some stuff up along like the border during the pirate hunting days. You probably did some stuff near like the northern border, kind of keeping an eye on freebooters coming through. Okay, and you're gonna head towards Petestown.
Yep.
Oh, Peatsland. Okay.
Pizza Town.
That's what I heard.
Pizza Town.
So you head off through the woods. It's a fairly uneventful journey. I'm going to travel for a couple of days, and as you get the end of that last day, or towards the end of the last day, you come out and you see the woods start to thin out a bit, and you can hear like the sounds of a small town. If you want to bring us, and you get out through the woods, and there's just fields of like you see bushes and plants and just like a tremendous amount of farmland. Few houses towards there, and then a larger building kind of towards the back of the settlement, and you can see just like rows and rows of what looks to be some sort of berry bushes, and you can see some what looks to be like this large almost like a barrel, and you can see people inside just kind of like moving around on the inside, and just kind of like they look to be just kind of like walking in circles.
No sign of recent attacks.
No sign of recent attacks whatsoever. It looks very calm. People are going about their day, farming. You'll come out of the woods, and the farmer they'll probably see and be like, "Morning,
Morning.
welcome to Peachland.
Thank
Don't
you.
get many travelers through the woods. You know, there's a road."
Sometimes you have to take the road less traveled to see more of the world.
I mean, yeah,
Or to get more bug bites.
or eaten by a tiger.
That hasn't happened yet, so
well,
I feel pretty confident.
All right. Well, welcome.
Could you point us to the direction of, do you have a mayo, or who's in charge in this town?
Yeah. If you head on up there and you see the building up there, the winery,
Winery.
Yeah. Just ask for Atticus, and he's the one that takes care of, runs the town.
Is this a little independent winery, or is this part of a bigger operation?
Yeah, we do farming and wining and
Whining.
And dining.
a little bit. I mean, you got to test it, right?
I think I'm gonna enjoy this town.
This reminds me a lot of
Hey, what's the name of the winery?
Huh?
What's the name of the winery?
Wines are,
Northern Wind Winery. It's part of the Winter Winery family.
Thank you.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Heading up towards the winery?
Yeah, I think so. So
Okay.
we, agree.
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
Probably look at you right after that.
Just got a lot more complicated.
A little bit.
You make your way through town a little bit, and the road kind of leads up a little bit. The winery is not like way elevated, but it's a little bit. It sits a little bit higher up, and you get up, and it's well constructed building. Nothing ostentatious, but very nice, well kept. People, you see people around the sides moving barrels around. Everybody seems to be, overall in a good mood. Kids playing around town. And you make your way up, and the gates to the winery open. It's got a nice meandering path that just kind of comes up to the front door. Gorgeous, stone pathway that's laid out, and it actually looks like wind blowing, kind of the way that the stones are laid out with the coloration. And you get up to these very nice, deep red wooden doors. They've got a gorgeous sheen and some nice brass fixtures and a big knocker on it.
Who would like to do the honors?
Do we want to just walk in here?
We're on a mission, no matter what.
People here probably don't know. They don't know who they're working for.
I know that, the wine lady, she's got a bunch of wineries, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what do I think the odds are that she, is paying any attention to a small one like this?
It's... The vibe you got from the time you saw her is that she probably doesn't do a whole lot of time at the wineries. She owns them, but...
Yeah, she pays people to do everything else.
Exactly.
Cool. Then she'll not know about any of this.
A typical capitalist business owner. She's, everybody's working hard. She's making a 550-foot yacht.
Cool.
Only one way to find out.
Okay.
And you say, you hear, "Come, friends," and the door just kind of swings open, and there's looks to be like a little, almost like tasting room. There's some tables, some people at the bar, and there's a young man standing behind the bar. "Welcome to the Winterwind Winery. My name is Atticus Winter. What can we do for you today?" And we'll pick up there next week.
Oh, you son of a bitch!
God damn it. Fuck.
Okay, got a lot of time to prepare to
Straight up, this has the last name. What the fuck?
Oh, okay,
This
okay.
boy dying. He's so dead. Look at his face.
Oh, and he was ready. He was ready for us. He was just standing there.
There's people sitting inside. He looks like he's
knocked.
cleaning up.
Sure.
No, you know who was ready for us? This motherfucker. Alright. Thank
Hey
you
y'all,
guys.
thanks for watching.
For real, thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in.
Don't mind me.
No cocaine on camera.
I don't have one on me right now. Cameron here will be back throughout the rest of the week, playing some Vigi games.
Good night, Bree.
We'll be back next Monday.
Yep.
Playing more D&D.
Yeah.
So, everyone have a good night.
And take a blessing from the sovereign host.
Yep.
Anyways, goodbye.